That's Tony throwing some trash out, almost hitting Scraby. And Scraby's over here trying to get the buttons all pushed in and get us on the air. I'm there. Scraby's – it's funny because everybody, if you tune in, you really do want to come at 2 o'clock. Because when the music's done playing and it says, Gwynn and Chris are ready to go, we actually hardly are ever ready to go. Yeah, and today is proof positive. In fact, Scraby – relax. He's turning a little shade of red already, over there. He's a little flustered right now. What's going on? Are you going to make it?
Yeah, it's just not enough time. I'm like Sam Levitt. I'm going to campaign like Sam Levitt has campaigned for. Everybody just gets a new studio for themselves.
Everybody gets their own studio.
Yes, so that no one has to deal with this 5-minute switchover thing, which is insane.
Apparently, Scraby no longer wants to work in the Bill Howe studio with us.
Every studio that we use could be the Bill Howe studio.
We know how, Scraby. We're going to have to send you somewhere where you know how. All right. Anyway, I don't think Tony's up on the screen yet, but we'll get him there shortly.
That's the problem. They're only 5 minutes, and then that's the problem, Chris.
You're setting him off, Chris. You got to stop. Man.
Well, we just had a meeting with Adam before the show. We check in with everybody, and I set him off during the meeting as well by bringing up a few things. So he's definitely flustered today.
Don't go there.
You know what? I'm not going there. He would have been in a lot better mood if he just would have picked up his phone yesterday and seen my invitation to him to watch the documentary on AMC that started last night about the rise of the greatness of the 49ers.
His 49ers.
Yeah. His team, going all the way back to the history and, Eddie DeBartolo buying this franchise and taking a few years and then finally bringing in Bill Walsh and then Montana and then the rest is history. If he watched that last night, he'd be in much better spirits today.
I actually don't think it would have any impact on
you really
my
don't think it would give you a little brightened up your outlook?
I would be like, well, that's kind of cool. That's what my grandpa got to see.
Yeah, nothing's going to brighten your outlook apparently today. But I have
seem quite dark.
Yeah,
today.
I think it's
I don't know what's going on.
I don't think we're going to get there with him.
It came in. You could just see it on his face.
Yeah.
He wears all of it on his face. So
immediately
when I walked in here at a little bit before 1.
Yeah,
he was already
even then
wound up already. Yes.
Yeah, he's been a little that way. Well, I think I know one thing. Over the weekend, there was Padre news that seemed to put a smile on a lot of people's faces. We'll talk about it in a second. But over the weekend, the Aztecs, I can't say they got hosed out of the game, but there were 2 crucial calls, one not made and one made, both by the same official. A guy who, as it turns out, is a former BYU coach, now refereeing. The Aztecs have had their problems with this guy. He's teed up Dutch many times in the past. When I saw his name on the official list the other day, I got worried, and I thought it came back a little bit to haunt the Aztecs. We'll talk about that game and everything that happened there. We will also talk about our day Saturday at Fan Fest. We had a great time seeing all the fans, or many of the fans out there. Appreciate everybody coming by. Appreciate our promotion staff going out there, setting all that stuff up. Scraby and I tried to hang around afterwards to help tear it down a little. We're not even capable. I mean, the whole setup
you
was
guys were just in the way.
We pretty much were in the way. We tried to help, but we were mostly in the way. Vanessa and her staff, the young ladies there, thank you so much. I mean, that takes a lot of work to put it together, take it all apart and just let us go in and do the shows. So
no doubt.
It was good seeing everybody. We had the 2 Jakes were on with you guys before I could get there, Jake Cronenworth and Jake Peavy.
It's the first time I've ever met Jake Peavy before. He was on fire. He said he was drinking a ton of coffee, and it showed.
Sound like it. I mean, that's typically how Peave kind of moves, man. He just
winds up and to let him go a little bit.
Miles per hour once he gets going.
Jake Peavy, yeah. Well, you know what? I'm just happy that he's on the MLB Network. I feel like it's not that they forget about the Padres. They don't. I think they do a pretty good job overall covering all the teams. But I know when Jake Peavy's there, we're not going to ever be completely ever forgotten type of thing. So
right.
I like having that Padre
fair.
presence there. The fans, so many of you are out there. Scraby and I talked about this the other day, and I thought it was something important to bring up, Tony. But the Fan Fest is a thank you to the fans. I mean, that's what it is. And I was saying, Scraby, when I got there, our fans deserve to be thanked. And I think in general, for whatever reason, when people look at baseball fans, they say, oh, the good fans are in Philadelphia. The hardcore fans are in New York. The really knowledgeable ones are in St. Louis. The this and that are the Dodger fans. This and that, San Francisco, they live and die with their team. Boston, Wrigley Field, these are where you go. San Diego, laid back. They're not really. But you know what's funny?
It's not true now.
It's not true, number one. Number two, how is it that we also get rated the best atmosphere in baseball from almost everybody who comes to Petco Park?
Yeah, I don't know that both things can be true.
Yeah, they can't.
In this case.
We can't just be bad, boring, ho-hum fans and create a great atmosphere.
Yeah, no, I think that's changed over the last, 5?
Yeah, I think
years
so.
In terms of,
I think so.
This place is always packed. But it doesn't matter what team is in town. It doesn't matter,
you're right.
How they're playing. I mean, the last few years they've been playing terrific, but this place has pretty much been sold out on most occasions.
How many did we get? I mean, I don't have the number, but it was
I don't have it in front of me.
Out of 80 games, we were really close to 50 or 60.
I think it was in the 60s.
I mean, that's, that is a feather in the cap of you fans. So you deserved the Fan Fest the other day, and I know many of you came down and had a good time. I saw they were having did you see people walking around with bases?
I did not see that.
Okay, Scraby will explain this, but for a second I thought everybody had turned into Ricky Henderson. Remember when Ricky stole the base and lifted over? All of the fans had bases.
72, by the way.
72 sellouts out of 81. Yeah. So that's 8 out of every 9. That's 89%.
Only 9 games did they not get to that mark.
Good job. But what was the base thing, Scraby? A lot of people had the bases.
Yeah, they were giving away because these bases were the bases that were before they made the bases actually bigger.
Yeah.
And so these were all game-used bases, and they had the date and who they played on it.
It was pretty cool.
And so people were walking around. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name if you're listening right now, but you had a Manny Machado third base. And you were very excited about that. And I was like, what are you going to do with that?
That's a pretty
Weren't they auctioning these off? You said
no, you could buy them. You could buy them.
You could just buy them.
Yeah. Because there was like that. I think it's like a swap meet type thing. And they have a bunch of old stuff. And
yeah,
so
that was
bases
great.
were
so people were
swap meet type thing. Is that what
I can't remember. I can't remember what the actual name for it is. It the swap meet?
I think they had it kind of be. It was a little bit of a I think swap meet was a pretty good description of what it was. People had their wares down there.
But yeah, they said they were the bases were like at one point listed for over $200, and now someone told me they took it home for $42 or something.
And I was thinking whoever was in possession of the bases, whoever had them before, I'm assuming the Padres. I think it was smart,
and they kept them.
Yeah, they were just collecting dust otherwise, right? They can't even use them.
You can't even use them
because they're no good for baseball anymore. So why not let some of the fans get in on it? Good.
Good. It's the garage sale is what they call it.
Garage sale.
Yeah.
Very good. Good day. We'll play a little of Jake, maybe a little later. Jake Peavy or Jake Cronenworth or both. And, take you back to Saturday. So good on everybody there. But the big news came after we got done Saturday, as it often does.
Well,
right,
Tony brought this to my attention.
Was Tony in on it before it happened?
1:58 p.m. and then we couldn't go with it because it hadn't been official.
It hadn't official. So at 4:00 when we get off the air, I'd say at 4:02. Then it was like, okay. And my thing, you people, congratulations. That's all I'm going to say to all you fans out there. Congratulations. You got your wish. You don't have Luis Arraez anymore. And not only that, to me, it's a double positive for any Padre fan because not only do we not have Luis Arraez to screw up our season, but the Giants have him to screw up theirs. So it's a double positive for a lot of these Padre fans. Tony and I, at least on the surface, are not going to agree with that way of thinking, but there are people who seem to think this is, the greatest thing ever. And
You
I just
would like
whatever.
to see him
So,
land somewhere outside of
I would,
the
yes,
NL West, but
because he
yeah,
wins a 4th batting title at our expense. Not going to be great.
we'll see. I mean, there's no doubt he fits that ballpark well. I mean, if he can get
There's a lot of empty space in that outfield, isn't there, Tony?
Get back to the stroke that he had the last, the previous 2 seasons.
Yeah.
That's a great yard for him, and he fits the lineup and the need for what they don't have.
Who's their leadoff hitter there?
They really don't have one.
Well, it better not be him if they want to win any games. Any Padre fan will tell you.
Very well could be.
All right, we'll talk a lot about Arise going to San Francisco, what the Padres are going to do from here, recap that Aztec basketball game, and, where I thought, a couple of calls went against them, hurt them in that game. More about the Fan Fest. We had everything else on the weekend, and looking ahead to Super Bowl 60. Yeah, we've arrived at that. Gwynn and Chris underway on 97.3 The Fan.
Back at it, 217, Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Scraby. Fan Fest seemed to be a success. A lot of the players out. We got to hear from a few of them. We'll hear from Jackson Merrill here shortly. But some of the news that came out of Fan Fest I thought was even more interesting. Something that I think we had kind of suspected just based on how the roster had kind of been put together, that does seem like Luis Campusano is going to be given a chance to really hold down that backup job for the Padres.
Craig Stammen said, look, he's done everything he could do at AAA. There's no reason for him to be there anymore.
Right.
Luis Campusano critics would say there doesn't seem to be a lot of reason for him to be here. And that's fair until he produces. I mean, we're all rooting for him. I mean, I maybe there's some people out there that don't want him to do well, which seems stupid. Like he's going to be on the team. So I hope Campusano is able to relax and do some of the things that he's capable of doing, right, Tony? Or is there? I mean, like he doesn't have too slow of a bat for the majors, or
I think with Luis, it's just about trusting what his eyes are seeing. He has in his mind, it seems like what he wants to do, but sometimes a pitcher, most of the time, the pitcher is going to be dictating the action.
So you have to figure that out.
Yeah, and I think the reality is the more at bats you get, the better you get at that. And so this is a good opportunity for him. You're trying to hold that backup job down.
I'm good. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I had him in the All-Star game last year. It was just the wrong All-Star game. So
I ran into a bunch of guys. I mean, I got a chance to talk to Joe, got a chance to talk to Jackson. They all had the backside of Fan Fest, meaning, the early portion and then the late portion. I don't think Jackson was in that late portion. I think Toddy was in that late portion. So, but we did get a chance to hear from Jackson Merrill. And it's really a class in how the type of mindset that you need to have as you go into the season, really, no matter who you're going to be going up against.
No, I don't really think anything about that. I don't think that should be the focus. I think the focus should be winning baseball games against every team. I don't think focusing on the Dodgers is going to help us win it all. I think if you focus on a certain team, when you get to play that team, you're going to tense up. You're not going to be the same team. You got to go into that series like we're playing anybody else. That's how it is. Everybody has a good baseball team nowadays. Nobody's bad. Pitching is good everywhere. So, they might have added a couple of bats and stuff, but we got to go in. We got to play hard. That's the only way we're going to beat them.
Well said there, Jackson.
No lies told there, except, if he was 100% truthful, the Rockies don't have a very good team. I'm just saying. Yeah, but no, he's right. And I agree with him. If we're going to sit here and just look at what the Dodgers are doing every night, then we might as well not even play the season. That's silly. And it's totally the right attitude. You can totally worry about the Dodgers when you're playing the Dodgers. Otherwise, you don't have time to do that.
I started kind of thinking, I'm less than 2 weeks away from being in Arizona. I started thinking about who am I most excited to see go into this spring. Joe, definitely excited to see Joe back out on the mound.
Hard to believe we missed him for an entire year.
Yeah, man.
Right?
You're looking forward to seeing him, because of I guess, although it's a mundane time, the best part about it is seeing everybody kind of round into the type of regular season shape. And so, seeing him do that, watching Toddy, I think this is a big year for Toddy.
How much did Merrill miss last year? Was it about 60 games?
Yep.
He played 115.
Oh, so less than 60, but still.
But either way, he's another one I'm super excited to see get going. So a lot of those guys I sound like are itching to kind of get to spring training and get things started.
And what's going to happen with Fernando and Manny as as spring training? They're going to be there for,
a week?
Like
a couple, maybe a week, maybe
only
two,
a couple days.
And then booyah. Out.
Right, every tournament.
Because early March is when the WBC starts, right?
There's only 5 Padres that are in it. As far as I know. Miller's with the U.S., Matsui's with Japan, Bogey with what does he play? Netherlands?
I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then Manny and Fernando. I think those are the 5.
It's not as many as I thought.
Yeah, I thought
it's like, well, that's good. That's good. I feel like last time
I thought it was interesting. I also thought it was interesting how AJ kind of, I don't even know if it was AJ. I think it was Stam actually. How he kind of characterized how they see the WBC. They look at it as a good thing, right? Guys are playing meaningful baseball. They're having to get themselves ready. They almost look at camp for them as getting them ready for that tournament. And so, obviously they want them to go in and play well, because they feel like if they go in and play well there, it transitions over. So we'll see.
You have two choices if you're the Padres or any other team. You can embrace your guys going into the tournament, or you can rail against it. But here's the thing. They're going to go into the tournament. So you might as well embrace it.
That's a good point.
Try to get the most out of it and hope that they get the most out of it.
That's exactly.
Did you see Miguel Rojas is pretty angry because you can't get your contract insured after the age of 37.
I heard a lot of problems are happening with some of the medical insurance with some of the other
Puerto
teams.
Rico's team. They're talking about not even participating.
I know Carlos Correa couldn't do it because he couldn't get his contract insured.
So hopefully that doesn't put anything from the World Baseball Classic in jeopardy. I thought the other news that interested me, at least caught my eye from the Saturday, Tony, was the announcement that, first base is Gavin Sheets to lose, really.
Yeah.
Scraby and I discussed it, there Saturday, that if they were to sign Paul Goldschmidt tomorrow, that might change things. But as of right now, Gavin Sheets working out. He played first base pretty much all the way up until he was came into the big leagues.
Yeah.
And
he's comfortable there.
And the Orioles, was it the Orioles or some? No, he wasn't an Oriole. His dad was
the White Sox.
White Sox.
Yeah.
The White Sox had Abreu.
Right.
So he had to go play the outfield to get playing time. And but he wants to come back to first base. I thought the other thing was interesting that Stammen pointed out. He's a lot bigger target to throw to than Arise was.
Yes.
And Manny and Bogarts never going to complain last year, but it's a big difference when you look, because that's a long throw.
Was he 6'4"?
But there's a guy over there that's towering up there instead of Luis.
We actually got some sound here from AJ talking about Gavin Sheets.
Yeah, I mean, Gavin was he was big for us last year, and he's going to get a crack to get at bats. I think it's going to be, again, it's competition. But in terms of like Gavin taking at bats, he's had a great off season. I think for him, we've kind of talked to him about, hey, here's where you've at. You put yourself kind of back on the map and real part of what we've done. But there's steps to be had to see can you make some more improvements. But he'll get that opportunity here, spring training into the season to take on some of those at bats. And then we'll probably look to add and add somebody that complements Gavin, competes with Gavin. But just again, like I think. I said it to Kevin Acey yesterday or something that, we'll have somebody playing first base for us on opening day. So throws won't be going into the camera well, and you'll be dodging them, whoever's in there. So.
AJ's been kind of funny this
Scanlon's happy to hear that. He's over in the camera well.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I think
we're going to have somebody over there.
Again, as you said, though, he did leave the door open. It almost made it sound like it eventually will happen. They're going to have a compliment for basically a right-handed version of what Gavin is doing.
And interestingly enough, Kevin Acey, I had to say that slow, so I got it right. Kevin Acey reported in his post Fan Fest article, the team still expects to have most or all of Yu Darvish's $16 million salary for this season once his agent and the MLBPA come to terms on walking away. So they are planning on that money being a part of their payroll this year.
Well, does that affect me or you?
It affects the team.
Okay.
It does, because then they get $16 extra million to go buy someone.
Play around with.
Buy someone.
There was a Dodger fan getting under my skin over the weekend. And
you don't say someone got.
I know.
Someone got under your skin.
I got sucked into this.
How could that have happened?
There's no way. I can't believe
I got sucked. I don't even know how it started, but we were talking about the farm systems, and he was like, well, the Dodgers have the best farm system every single year. And I was like, well, yeah, because you can buy your major league players, and then you could just hoard the farm system guys. They're like, we don't buy players, and then
they don't have the best.
I had to go into that.
They don't have the best farm system.
No, the Pirates do.
According to ESPN, it was actually the Brewers. The Pirates were way up there, but that was also the same list that had the Padres 30th out of 30 teams. So
yeah, just wait until we talk about Keith Law, the Big Five.
Take that with a grain of salt, as it were.
It never fails.
What?
Where you have get into some type of disagreement with someone on social media.
No, it wasn't even social media. This was in person.
Oh, really? This was in person?
Yes, this was in person. So it was like a friendly conversation, but I was like, you can't believe that your team doesn't buy the Major League roster. He was like, prove it. So I started taking out my phone and I started going to Spot Track, and he was like, well, he had no answers for me. So I felt like I won that conversation.
All right. Let's get to break.
It is interesting that there are some Dodger fans that think because the Dodgers spend a lot of money, that somehow makes them better as fans.
Well, I think it's just
And
a
that
rich
is
person's
ridiculous.
mentality is
It's
that
ridiculous.
rich people think they're better than us.
Hold your thought. Stacey Terry Hudson joins us next to talk a little Aztecs women's basketball. This team still undefeated.
13 in a row.
Yes, it has been fun to watch. We'll have her on next right here on Gwynn and Chris.
All right, it's time for the Beaver Nuggets. So the story is somehow Buc-ee's got brought up. I think Frank brought it up.
Yes.
And it's a rest stop / mall /
Super
entertainment zone, super center. And someone said on the chat yesterday that they have like 100. They went to one with like 100 gas pumps, which is a lot, I guess. But while we were talking about this, Sam Levitt was in New York listening, and he goes, "Put me on, put me on, put me on." And so we put him on, and he's talking about how much he loves Buc-ee's. And so we got into the conversation, and it ended up being about the Beaver Nuggets. And so I had to order them because I find the name Beaver Nuggets very gross. I find it gross. But we're going to go with this. It's kind of like a Cheeto / a corn pop.
It's like a cheese doodle.
A cheese doodle. And we're going to eat them right now. I don't think these are bad, but here we go. I like it. It tastes like a corn pop.
I was just saying it tastes like a waffle, really.
It does kind of taste like a waffle. You know what? I'm in. These are good.
Yeah, I'm not.
You want another one?
No, I don't want another one. But yeah, I mean, it tastes like a waffle, like a waffle with syrup on it.
It's pretty good. I gotta say. I'm not hating these at all. Actually, they're very good. I like this. The waffle is a perfect explanation. If you've ever had, I'm sorry, I'm talking on the microphone with food in my mouth. But if you've ever had a, what is it? A Lay's potato chip that's waffle flavor. It's kind of like that. Sad Fryer says, are they cheesy? No, they're not cheesy at all, actually. They're sweet.
No, it's like a hard waffle with syrup on it. With dried encrusted syrup on it.
Now, I don't exactly know what the puff is. It could be just fake something.
Most likely. I mean,
it's like caramel a little bit too. All right, I gotta stop eating these because I will eat the whole bag. I love these things. I'm gonna leave them here though because I will eat this if I go home. It's just gonna be a bunch of beaver nuggets in my bed as I sleepwalk or something like that. All right, it's time for the Beaver Nuggets. So the story is somehow Buc-ee's got brought up. I think Frank brought it up.
Yes.
And it's a rest stop / mall / entertainment zone, super center. And someone said on the chat yesterday that they have like 100. They went to one with like 100 gas pumps, which is a lot, I guess. But while we were talking about this, Sam Levitt was in New York listening, and he goes, "Put me on, put me on, put me on." And so we put him on, and he's talking about how much he loves Buc-ee's. And so we got into the conversation, and it ended up being about the Beaver Nuggets. And so I had to order them because I find the name Beaver Nuggets very gross. I find it gross. But we're going to go with this. It's kind of like a Cheeto / a corn pop.
It's like a cheese doodle.
A cheese doodle. And we're going to eat them right now. I don't think these are bad, but here we go. I like it. It tastes like a corn pop.
I was just saying it tastes like a waffle, really.
It does kind of taste like a waffle. You know what? I'm in. These are good.
Yeah, I'm not.
You want another one?
No, I don't want another one. But yeah, I mean, it tastes like a waffle, like a waffle with syrup on it.
It's pretty good. I gotta say, I'm not hating these at all. Actually, they're very good. I like this. The waffle is a perfect explanation. If you've ever had, I'm sorry, I'm talking on the microphone with food in my mouth, but if you've ever had a what is it? A Lay's potato chip that's waffle flavor. It's kind of like that. Sad Fryer says, "Are they cheesy?" No, they're not cheesy at all. Actually, they're sweet.
No, it's like a hard waffle with syrup on it, with dried encrusted syrup on it.
Now I don't exactly know what the puff is. It could be just fake something.
Most likely. I mean,
it's like caramel a little bit too. All right, I gotta stop eating these because I will eat the whole bag. I love these things. I'm gonna leave them here though because I will eat this if I go home. It's just gonna be a bunch of beaver nuggets in my bed as I sleepwalk or something like that. All right, it's time for the beaver nuggets. So the story is somehow Buc-ee's got brought up. I think Frank brought it up.
Yes.
And it's a rest stop / mall / entertainment zone, super center. And someone said on the chat yesterday that they have like 100. They went to one with like 100 gas pumps, which is a lot, I guess. But while we were talking about this, Sam Levitt was in New York listening, and he goes, "Put me on, put me on, put me on." And so we put him on, and he's talking about how much he loves Buc-ee's. And so we got into the conversation, and it ended up being about the beaver nuggets. And so I had to order
for a night in the Odyssey Suite at a future Padres game with all of the fan staff. It'll be catered. Just told you about these guys. Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. You can register your name at 973thefansd.com/biggest-fan. If you haven't yet, put yourself in the hopper to potentially have your name called. The rest of you, listen up. Shortly after 5:30 today, Bill House Studios. We know how. Scraby is busy trying to find his own studio. Something that's, I think Tony and I would definitely get behind. There's a lot of radio shows actually where the executive producer is
in another room.
Yeah, they're in another room. Yeah, they put the producer over there.
I don't know that would be a bad thing.
I like thinking there.
I mean, no offense, Graham. I'm just saying, like,
I mean offense.
But then he would, but then he would be lording over us in the way that Dave.
Oh, then I would have even more control.
Window. Or like
back at the other station, we did have a.
We did too. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
And I could get an ear of each person I wanted to. So if I just wanted to talk to Chris,
this is the first job I've ever had where the producer was in the same studio as me.
Me too. This studio was not made for sports talk. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, we need to redesign it.
Get him out of here.
Gladly.
We're going to get to Aztec men's basketball again. I thought they got hosed a little. I don't want to be too much of a whiner, but I got a minute here. Mike Littlewood is the referee who worked the game the other day. He's a BYU former player and baseball coach, and I know that it never enters his mind to try to stick it to San Diego State, but we feel like it enters his mind. And I don't know how good our record has been when he works a big game, but it doesn't seem like we win many of them, Tony. And he worked the other day, and he was on the play where Reese Waters went up for that jump shot right in front of the Aztec bench. Now, Waters came down on the foot of a Utah State player and then kind of staggered into the bench and landed on another foot, and that's where he was injured, on the Aztec teammate's foot. But he wouldn't have been there if he hadn't landed on a Utah State player.
Aren't you supposed to be able?
That is a foul.
Yeah,
you
in his
can't be
space.
Underneath a guy when he comes down.
Nope.
And they did not call it. And the Aztecs were up 7. To me, that puts them up 10 because Waters hits free throws. We know that. And who knows if that doesn't change things. Instead, Waters is out of the game. And, Utah State's got the ball. Littlewood was also on the play at the end of the game where there was a missed shot by Utah State. They go up for the offensive rebound. The guy is totally off balance, comes down, falls on the floor. BJ Davis is standing next to him, gets called for his 5th foul. Those are big calls. Yeah. It was the same ref who made them. I don't want to take it away. Utah State crushed the Aztecs on rebounding. There were reasons the Aztecs lost the game other than that. But I just get frustrated.
It didn't help.
Yeah. Those things bother me. Aztecs are back at it on the men's side tomorrow night against Wyoming. It's a great race. That's fun, I guess, but I don't want it to be a great race. Aztecs, Utah State, New Mexico are 9-2 now. So it's going to come, down the wire. I think Nevada's 8-3, Grand Canyon 7-3. So you got 5 teams within one.
Grand Canyon 7-3.
Yeah, they've lost 3. Grand Canyon's lost 3. The men's side.
That's the men's side.
Yeah,
men's
Nevada,
side.
Nevada, Grand Canyon have 3 losses. Aztecs, New Mexico, and Utah State have 2 losses. That's the men's side. The women's side, the Aztecs have a little breathing room because Stacey Terry Hudson and company won again on Saturday. That's 13 in a row and 11-0 in the conference. And they're going to go to Grand Canyon tomorrow, or go tomorrow, play Wednesday. I hope that the atmosphere there isn't this.
Also meaning you.
Me too. Yeah. Yes, I will go. So I'll be coming to you from Phoenix the next couple of days. She is the coach of the Red Hot Aztec women's basketball team, Stacey Terry Hudson. Thanks so much for making a little time for us today, Coach. And you go into this game tomorrow night, or not tomorrow, but Wednesday night at Grand Canyon. Team that we know is capable. They've won 7 games in the conference already. How much of it are you trying to keep your kids focused on the game at hand? Or are you incorporating the fact that there's a streak going here that you want to keep alive?
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Hi. I know I should have given you the chance to say your pleasantries.
Yeah. But to get to your question, Chris, I'm excited for the opportunity to get better. I'm, really not talking about the streak as much as I can, because the only streak that matters are the ones that we're concentrating on is just to be 1-0 over the next couple days. And that's really what it's about. We can't focus on what we've done in the past and really just focusing on what we can do in the future. And as you mentioned, Grand Canyon's playing great in conference play. We got out to a good start at home, but they made it a game in the second half. So just reminding them how good they are and how hard it is to win on the road in this conference.
Stacey, what do you attribute the offense to? I mean, almost 71 points per game. That would be the highest in the history, as I understand it. How has this offense evolved into the type of offense we're seeing right now?
Well, I think it starts with our staff and what we've done and decided and how we were going to implement, how we wanted to play, what we wanted to do, and all that good stuff. I think it starts there. And then I think, the kids have really bought in what we're trying to do and asking them to play a very unselfish brand of basketball and share the ball at a high level and not only to create for themselves, but to create for others. It's funny that you should ask that because we had a practice today about getting back to some of the things that we were doing. We were playing fast and sharing the ball and getting more opportunities, more possessions. So we had a practice today where we were revisiting what got us here. So that's the way we want to play. We want to play good basketball on both ends of the floor, but play a little bit more in transition as we move forward.
Aztec women are 17-3 with the 13-game win streak heading into the game on Wednesday night. And Coach, you talked about sharing the ball, and I've been impressed watching this team, as closely as I'm allowed, can. But you've got some star players here. You've got Naomi Panganiban, who is really becoming that kind of player, and you got Nat Martinez, and you got people that have been on all conference teams. I'm so impressed that they don't seem to care if they get theirs as long as the team gets theirs. How much harder is that to do now in an NIL era where people, in a lot of different places are saying, hey, I got to get mine?
Yeah, and I, Chris, I think they still care. They just understand the importance of winning, and they all have bought into that. Because, you talk about those 2 young ladies, but, you could also go on and mention some of the kids that we have coming off the bench that could be starting on other teams that are sacrificing their individual accolades to be part of something special. So it's just a testament to the type of kids we have in our program, the kids we want to keep in our program. And then I think that's really just how we've been able to do it probably over the last couple of years. I mean, we share the ball, we sacrifice for each other, and it's been fun to see it equal to some wins.
Stacey Terry Hudson joins us, head coach of the Women's Aztecs hoops team. And Stacey, you guys have a nice cushion in conference right now. How do you avoid falling into that trap where all of a sudden you're looking up and you got someone nipping at your ears? You know this conference can all of a sudden turn on you real quick.
I think you've been in our huddles because you're preaching to the choir right now. That's kind of what we've been talking about, and it's twofold. You know, our things have shifted, right? We went from hunting to being the hunted. So having that type of mindset that every time the opponent steps on the floor, they're trying to beat that streak that you guys mentioned earlier. So making sure that we're prepared and understanding how important each of these games are, you know, and I need our young ladies to make sure that we are as excited to play Grand Canyon and San Jose and whoever next is on our schedule as we are UNLV or Colorado State. You know, and Grand Canyon has definitely put a resume together in conference that they've established themselves as one of the top teams in the league. So we can't stub our toe, you know, on one of these games thinking about, you know, who's coming up next or the streak or whatever it is. We got to focus on what's in front of us, and that's, you know, going up to Arizona and trying to get ourselves a win on the road.
Stacey Terry Hudson is with us, the Aztec women's basketball team. And Coach, before the season started, one of the things you talked about with me and I know with the team was being in a situation this year where, you know, because you plan on going back to the NCAA tournament, and I believe you've got to have that thought, that belief, right, to go back. But you guys don't want to go back and then run into LSU as it was last year. You want to put yourself in a better position to win a game in the NCAA tournament. That message has seemingly kind of stayed throughout this program the entire year to this point. True?
Absolutely. You know, I mean, and to do that, you got to get a higher seed. So we started that with our scheduling and making sure we put a non-conference schedule together that would not only prepare us, but allow us to maybe sneak some few wins in there that would build our resume when it comes down to that point. And I think we did a great job of that. We've really only had one kind of our Santa Clara game where we just, you know, offensively, we didn't show up. But other than that, we've had a good resume. Our resume has, you know, with some great wins on it on the road, and obviously beating K-State on the road was a big one too. So we're putting ourselves in a position to be successful when it comes to the NCAA. Now, all that being said, historically, this league is a one-bid league. So we're not, you know, moving so far ahead that we don't think about we got to win this conference tournament to be able to get to the NCAA. So trying not to think too far in the future, but definitely understanding that we need to set ourselves up for success along the way.
Stacey, Naomi Ponganiban has really taken a step forward, as Chris kind of mentioned earlier. She plays with a sort of nastiness at the point guard position
for such a nice young lady.
I mean, there's a toughness when you watch her play.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of tone does she set, not only offensively but defensively, as you guys have been able to kind of put this streak together?
Well, she's done a great job, you know, and she's just a gamer. When the lights are on, she loves to play. I love the passion that she always plays with, and she's always wanting to win. But I'll tell you this, she's not doing it by herself.
Yeah.
You know, we got a great group of girls around her. You know, when we brought Nala Williams in, she is just setting the tone defensively for us. And then she's also, you know, kind of serving the table as far as sharing the ball and averaging almost 4 assists a game for us. And, you know, you mentioned Nat Martinez, just, you know, what we're relying on that to do also this year more than just scoring is she's also guarding the best shooter on the floor at all times. And then you got Bailey, who's growing into, you know, what she's going to look like moving forward. It just had some outstanding games. She probably would have had 30 the other day if I could keep her on the floor. She was fouling too much. But she's doing such a good job in the role that she's in this year. And then, you know, you got, you know, Kaylin coming off the bench. You got Kennedy Lee, you know, picking and popping and shooting threes. I mean, this really is a team effort. We got a lot of kids that are helping us win. And what I've been most impressed with, guys, is how we've been able to win. It's been different every game. Sometimes it's a defensive game. Sometimes we're shooting lights out. Sometimes it's a combination of both, but we found different ways to win with different people leading us each time. And those are the type of teams that are ready to win championships.
Coach, before we let you go, thanks for everything. I was talking to Scraby and Tony and telling them my travel plans for the week because we need to be ready for the show. We're going into Phoenix tomorrow, and then we're coming back. And then Friday, we're going up to San Jose. We land at the San Jose airport Friday afternoon. Scraby pointed out that the stadium that's hosting the Super Bowl is right next door to the San Jose airport. Are we aware of what we're flying into this weekend?
We are aware and we are worried. Hopefully we can get to where we want to go. I'm mad at the conference for scheduling a home game for them during Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah.
But, it should be exciting. The airport's going to be full of people, and hopefully we'll be able to get to where we need to be. But you know how it is. I'm sure it'll be somewhat of an adventure, however it plans out.
Exactly. Well, Coach, congrats on the success. Keep it going, and look forward to seeing you guys the rest of the week. And we love having you guys on. And the kids have come into the studio every single time. They've been
awesome.
Just fantastic. I know the listeners seem to enjoy it. The young ladies who listen to the show, and they have somebody to look up to. And your kids have been great role models. So thank you.
Well, I appreciate you having them on, and it's been really fun because I think they're starting to get the credit that they deserve. I mean, this is a really good basketball program, a really good basketball team. So if you haven't had a chance to come out and watch us in person, please do. It's the cheapest ticket in town, and I think we're the hottest team in town. So it's a good time. There's plenty of room to come on and help us win a championship. So I appreciate the time, guys, and you guys have a good week.
We will. We'll see you, Coach.
Stacey.
Thanks so much for everything. Stacey Terry Hudson there. And she said they have room, but they're getting less and less room.
Yeah.
The arena is starting to
fill up
percolate a little bit. So
as it should.
Yeah,
As it
good.
should.
All right. Now let's see. The men have Wyoming tomorrow. The women have, the San Jose. That's a good point by her. Why does the league even put San Jose at home on the Super Bowl weekend?
Didn't check.
Someone
didn't check.
This is the last year you'll have to worry about that. So you move on out of this.
Well, we go to the Pac-12. Well, next year they'll play the Super Bowl in Gonzaga or something.
You like to think that the Pac-12 will have had their eye on something.
I think the
like
Super
that.
Bowl's in LA next year, isn't it?
Might be.
I don't know. Did you know that
Would they
the
have
Super
two
Bowl
straight
next
West
year
Coast?
is on Valentine's Day
next year?
It's on February 14th.
Hey, let me tell you. Well, my middle daughter told me that. I was like, you don't know what you're talking about. There's no way they'd have a Super Bowl. So I typed it in.
It is SoFi Stadium and on February 14th.
Yes, it
crazy.
is.
February 14th.
Where what are they?
Super Bowl.
Are they starting the week? The season a week later?
That's crazy.
I know that way back when, Scraby likes to think, but they used to the Super Bowl would be on like January 12th, 13th.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even. It was the season been long over by
14th.
now.
Let me see when the February
Pitchers and
started
catchers
taking
will.
over.
I don't know. Hopefully, pitchers or catchers are reporting.
I remember after the
that point.
49ers Super Bowl, the Padres started the very next day, which is insane.
It is SoFi, as you said, Scrabe. I'm trying to think where. That's interesting that they're playing two straight in the on the West Coast.
But
it is.
They want some good weather.
Used to move it around a little bit. All right. By the way, everybody knows, right? The Patriots decided to wear the white against the Seahawks. I thought about it now. The Patriots have won 6 Super Bowls, the last 4 all wearing the white. So, and they wore white in their win over Seattle.
Seahawks,
So I get it's interesting. You're to that level, but that's what they're thinking about.
Makes sense.
Right? You got Super Bowl teams and you got all these superstars and $1 million people. And they're sitting in a room somewhere going, man, we got to wear white uniforms, guys.
First,
gotta go with the whites.
Gotta go with the whites.
First February Super Bowl was February 3rd, 2002.
That was the one here.
No, it was the Rams and the Patriots.
Oh, okay.
2003 was
next
here.
year.
Next year was the one.
I
here.
always get confused with the.
The 2002 season, the Super Bowl here was actually played in 03.
What'd you say?
So I missed it. We were in playing.
You were traveling?
Arizona State.
That was the game where the Raiders went up against John Gruden, who knew every play they were doing.
He did.
It's an all-time classic Super Bowl video
that was a beat
with
down.
John Lynch standing in the backfield for Tampa Bay going, hey guys, they're throwing it right over there on an out pattern, and then 3 guys ran over, and they had to choose who would intercept the ball.
All right.
I have more on the date. The first time they had to play it in February was actually due to 9/11 because it pushed back the NFL a week. And so they had to move it from January 27th to February 3rd.
That is a good note.
And then they were like, this is my note. This is my note. We just got away with moving it to February. We're going to keep it there for eternity.
Super Bowl. This is Super Bowl 60. Super Bowl 90 is scheduled for
March
4th of July, I believe, in the Martha's Vineyard.
This
somewhere.
isn't the Bengals Super Bowl with the Rams, February 13th. So this isn't like.
Yes, it's not that crazy then.
Also at SoFi. What is it with?
So late.
Yeah. Come on, people.
All the seasons seem to be getting longer. How is that possible? The basketball season.
They haven't even added the week yet. The extra week that they're planning on adding.
That they will definitely add.
Yeah.
And then you got like MLS who stops playing 1 week and they show up 2 weeks later and they're ready to go again.
Isn't the next season started yet?
It actually starts week. It starts here coming up. Next week, I think.
Like
next week.
Soon.
I think it's next week.
All right, we're underway for a Monday, and we got Padre Pen Pals coming up in the 3 o'clock hour.
Yes, we do.
So looking forward to that. A lot to talk about. We got to kick around the Arise thing a little bit more, guys. We will do that. And the Daily Gambit heading our way shortly. Chris versus the Fans, Big Five a little later in the day. Gwynn and Chris, all guests, of course, on the show, as Stacey Terry Hudson was. Joined us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com.
Another note, at some point you will have a chance to win a pair of tickets to tomorrow night's San Diego State basketball game against Wyoming. Tickets at GoAztecs.com, so stick around for those.
I would brush up on my college basketball, maybe not Wyoming trivia. I don't know how much of that I have, but at least some college basketball trivia to win those tickets.
Okay.
All right, it's all coming up. Stick around. Hour number 2 next.
Things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
It's gravy from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. 4th hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch. So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
Things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
It's gravy from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. 4th hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard. Sasquatch.
So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
These things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Scraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard. Sasquatch.
So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
Are 3 o'clock. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Match Gravy, Daily Gambit, headed your way. Very nice catching up with Coach Stacy Terry Hudson.
I didn't. Sorry, Tony.
No, I was going to say the Aztecs holding it down right now.
Yeah, I didn't even mention to her that they have the 5th longest win streak in the nation, which is pretty nice. Of course, UConn has the longest, 39 in a row.
I have a sneaky suspicion she knows.
That they're 5th longest?
Yeah.
She may know that. I know another thing she knows, that she doesn't want to get out there because she wants her kids to focus on their play. But she herself is closing in on win number 200 in her career, which is very impressive. Coach, good job.
Super impressive.
That's a lot of wins. I
Yes,
mean,
it
whether
is.
they play 30 games a year?
About 30, yeah. So
Yeah.
She started to pick up the pace here in the last couple of years. These
last
teams
60 games, Tony, I was in the mood to look it up. They've gone 46-14.
Wow.
It's a good run. Good run for that.
46-14.
Good run. Yeah, for sure.
Real quick, in baseball news, the Mariners, I think they went out and made a nice trade to get Brendan Donovan from the Cardinals in a deal that would send, I believe, some prospects to go on the other way for from the Mariners to the Cardinals.
The Mariners love dealing in prospects, but they're good at it.
I mean, who does that sound like?
AJ Preller.
It is useful to use the prospects in this manner. Brendan Donovan, a career 287 hitter with 10 homers.
He was among the batting leaders last year.
Yeah. Oh, it's a 3-way trade with the Tampa Bay Rays.
Okay.
So it would be the Mariners, the Cardinals, and the Rays all involved.
I didn't see that part. You're
That's
right.
Jeff Passan. Three-way trades really confused.
Mariners got a good team. Yeah, real good team. I mean, they were
a game away from the World Series last year, right? I think it was what's his name? Springer hit the home run, tied it up in the last game. So Mariners, Padres both finished 90 and 72, by the way, last year.
Okay.
I just hate when our hated rival gets better.
Yes, it is our hated rival.
Like, God, when I saw this news,
they keep getting guys.
Didn't you guys see me throw my phone when I saw this news?
Yeah, I know. How can we possibly keep up with the Mariners?
We just have to get that Vetter Cup back, man. We can't.
The thing that's sad is
we can't go through another offseason without it.
If Eddie Vedder is singing at Cubs games, he cannot be a part of the Vetter Cup.
Yeah, we got to get that changed. But the first thing we got to get changed is we got to get it. We got to get it back here so we can re-engrave it.
Yes,
right now it's up there.
It was quite awkward. As I can't remember, was it game one?
The Cub games.
Yeah, it was either game one.
He sang
it's one of the 3 playoff games.
Right.
He's in the booth, and he's next to us. And obviously, we had seen him earlier in the year in San Diego or Seattle, wherever it was, and he just kind of looked at me and was just like, thumbs up.
He knew that there was an uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, but nonetheless,
here's
it's kind of funny
article. Eddie Vedder filmed partying with the Cubs celebrating.
I don't think he's ever made any bones
win.
About where his allegiance lies.
Why did it become the Eddie Vedder Cup in the first place? Because Pearl Jam is based in Seattle?
Because he lived here and he slept on some couches, I believe.
I'm not even going to pretend to know.
By the way, last year, we didn't just lose the Vedder Cup. We got thrashed.
Yeah.
We lost the first 5 games to the Mariners.
They took it to us.
Finally, the Padres won 1 in the last meeting.
All right. Let's get to some Daily Gambit.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo! If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. The chat has let me know Eddie Vedder went to San Diego Academy, and that is why he went to high school here, and then he made it big in Seattle. So that's why he has 2 cities, apparently.
San Diego Academy also, Emily Ratajkowski.
Yes, I did know
Very
that.
good for San Diego Academy. A couple of celebrities.
My friend Kevin went there as well.
Oh,
so.
3.
Scraby's friend Kevin.
I went to summer school at San Diego Academy.
Okay.
I took AP World History over summer. It was great.
That's good.
When did Kevin get there, though? That's the important thing.
Oh, Kevin was the same years as me, but he's way smarter than I am. He was the only one who made it. All right. Daily Gambit. First bet we made Michigan State at Michigan. Michigan -1.5. And Chris went Michigan State. Michigan won by 12, 83-71. So
there was a little fallout from this game. I didn't read it yet, but the Michigan coach blamed Izzo of dirty play, and Izzo blamed him of dirty play.
Oh.
So that rivalry.
Oh, yeah. May and Izzo each point fingers.
Yes.
Alleging dirty play.
Yes. So there was a little contact. There was a tripping incident. May said it was intentional.
I'm sure Izzo has some sound somewhere.
We'll go find it. On the chat, it's really funny. Kayla says, Elo knows who Emily Ratajkowski is, but he doesn't know what Duolingo is.
Duolingo?
The app for learning languages.
Oh.
Yes, I do know who Emily Ratajkowski is, but I don't know the app for learning language. That's correct.
You got
Can't imagine why that's true.
Aztecs -5.5 at Utah State. We all went Aztecs. We were all
correct.
Drinking the Kool-Aid.
No, they lost by 5. So we won the bet. They got 5.5.
Okay.
Scrappy didn't know how to play this
I
game.
thought they were. Never mind. Over under 145.5. You guys went under. I went over. They had 137, so that doesn't matter there. Arizona minus 14.5 against Arizona State. Chris was the only Arizona Stater. Arizona won, but they only won by 13, so they needed one more basket. 87-74.
Yeah, they didn't get that basket though.
They did not. Lakers at the Wizards, over under 229.5 points. Chris and I went over. Tony went under.
You went under. Wow,
253. The Lakers scored
the Lakers almost
142.
went over on their own.
Yeah,
in that game.
It was 142-111.
I wasn't expecting that, as you could tell.
Then Luka minus 11 against LeBron, who scored more. Chris went Luka. Tony and I went LeBron. Luka had 37 minus that 11, 26. LeBron, 20 points. So Luka
LeBron
wins
also
that one.
had 22 yesterday in New York. Potentially his last game there. But congrats. He made another All-Star team. 22 years in a row.
First time as a reserve, right?
I think so. I'm sure there's a few LeBron haters that think that they handed this to him, but I think you got to have LeBron in an All-Star game. Come on.
He's having a pretty good year. Sorry.
He's still doing okay.
Yeah. How's his sciatica?
Not bad, apparently.
Okay.
He's balling.
I didn't know. Sciaticas are very tricky things.
That's why he missed some of the first part of the season.
It's one of the reasons I stopped drinking was my sciatica.
Your sciatica, huh?
I was too heavy. Sabalenka, and I just wrote her name down. Rybakina. Rybakina.
Yeah, the Australian Open champ.
Over under 22.5 games. Chris and I went over. Tony went under. It was over. 6-4, 4-6, 6-4 for Rybakina.
Yeah, she won it.
Got her lick back.
Yep. Alcaraz minus 5.5 against Djokovic. Chris and Tony went Alcaraz. I went Djokovic. Yeah, he lost, but Alcaraz lost the bet because he
Djokovic won the first set.
6-2, 6-3, 7-5, which is only a 5
I swear,
five game
Fine,
difference.
as long as Alcaraz won.
With nothing else, this is getting ridiculous
He did.
with Alcaraz. I honestly think he gave him the first set because he's just such a beacon of the game of tennis. He's like, you have one, and then Alcaraz just said, that's ball game.
I can't take the legend out in straight
Right,
sets.
I can't just sweep him. What did you call it? A gentleman's sweep.
Yeah.
I got to do the gentleman's sweep for Djokovic. I mean, Alcaraz is just seemingly do whatever he wants. All right, let's get the new week started with this one. Philadelphia 76ers, 1.5 at Clippers tonight. Sixers have been playing well. The Paul George, see that story?
Yeah, 25 of them.
25 games for, he said, medication that he uses to help with anxiety, etc. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I think a lot of these people at this point are taking stuff like this and should know what is allowed and what isn't. Yeah. And so Paul George, he has no, I mean, he's got to take his punishment. So he'll be gone for a while.
I mean, the reality is there's a lot of just medication that you see it, but it's not like it stands out to you. You don't.
No, I agree.
Nobody really memorizes the exact things. You just know like the major things that you can't take.
I would be like, hey, doc, here's the list of things I can't take. Do not prescribe me any of these.
Can you go through this, please, before you prescribe me anything?
Yeah, no, I'm giving him a bit of a pass on it, but at the same time, that's the rules. So James Harden probably not playing tonight either. Doesn't look like he's in tonight for whatever reason. It's the NBA. So Philly minus 1.5. I'll go first. And Kawhi is playing tonight. I'm going to take Philly. Just have a feeling. They've been doing well. Embiid's been kind of hot lately. Tony, what do you like here?
Yeah, I'm going to go Philly too.
Philly.
Yeah, I can't go with
Philly.
The Hardenless Clippers.
All right. I put this game in here because I wanted to take a minute to revisit it. Denver's playing Detroit tonight. You talk about records that'll never be broken, right?
Wait, Denver. What
tonight? It's Denver at Detroit, and I'll give you the spread in a second. NBA.
You sure?
I do. According to my,
that's tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Yes, thank you, Tony. So is that the only basketball?
There's only 4 games tonight.
I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. I thought I was going to be watching Nuggets.
Darn it.
No, I'm not.
So excited to tell you my little note on this game, and now I have to wait till tomorrow.
Save it for tomorrow.
All right. Is Minnesota playing Memphis tonight, or is that tomorrow too?
That's tonight.
All right, then we'll do that one. Ant-Man, 30.5 points.
Ant-Man named as a reserve for
Ant-Man.
the All-Star.
Who are the starters? I mean, with all due respect, if you're the starters ahead of Anthony Edwards, Luka's a starter, yeah? I hope.
Are they doing that captain thing again?
I don't know how they do it anymore.
Starters: Jamal Murray, Chet Holmgren, Denny Advija.
Starter? Who's he play for?
He plays for the Blazers.
He's a starter?
Yeah. No, he's a reserve.
Oh.
Anthony Edwards and Devin Booker. Even Devin Booker, reserve.
Not a starter. So Luka's got to be a starter.
Luka's definitely, I'm assuming, he's a starter.
LeBron's not, though.
LeBron's not.
Yeah.
He's a part of that group. Too.
Are they back to East versus West? Or are they still
I think they're doing
messing around with all those kinds of
international? They're still searching.
NBA All-Star game, still trying.
And
All right.
they still.
All right, what was the death? I'm sorry, we got sidetracked.
30.5. Ant-Man at Memphis. Tony.
Yes.
Yes, he says.
I'm going to go under because Ant-Man keeps.
He's been
disappointing. He has been disappointing us.
Yeah.
But, I think Memphis talks a lot of,
trash.
And I think it'll get them going.
Probably.
I think that I didn't see my man Morant in here.
He's hurt.
Is he hurt again?
He hurt again?
Don't they just not want him anymore in Memphis? Finally, they finally came to the realization after all this time that
he says he does not want to leave.
He says he doesn't want to leave. Well, that's bad news for them.
Yeah, he wants to say February 20th. Oh yeah, he's out. Elbow.
Bulls lost by 43 last night. Just thought I'd mention that.
Jeez.
Yeah, tomorrow they'll win by 30. They're the weirdest team.
What did you do with Ant-Man?
I went over. I meant to go under, but I wrote over. So
is John Morant hurt, quote unquote?
Who's hurt?
He's actually hurt.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was thinking maybe he's quote unquote hurt so they can trade him.
Texas Tech. This is ranked teams tonight at Texas Tech, 4.5 over Kansas. Want to thank both of these teams for knocking off BYU in recent weeks. Scraby. Texas Tech by 4.5 over the Jayhawks. At Tech.
I'm gonna go guns up.
Guns up. Texas Tech. I'll go rock chalk.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm also
you
going
go rock chalk. Take the 4.5 points.
They're coming on strong.
By the way, does anybody else beside me worry at all ever about Bill Self?
Yes.
Like every now and again, he goes to the hospital and he's gone for a week. Yeah. I mean, that kind of worries me. I mean, coaching is not
slow down.
Coaching is not the greatest, vocation for.
It's not great for your
relaxing. Health. Yeah. Come on, Bill. Take care of yourself. All right, this game's on CBS Sports Network tonight. So in case you have absolutely nothing to do, guys, Texas A&M Corpus Christi minus 4.5 over Incarnate Word. That's right. We cover all the games here on the Daily Gambit.
Whose turn?
It is my turn. I was the dummy who put this in, so I have to.
You have the honors.
I've been to Incarnate Word before. It's in San Antonio. I don't know why that should matter. I guess Texas A&M Corpus Christi is probably in Corpus Christi. You like how I came up with that?
I like the way you put that together.
Saying, you ferreted that out very well.
Ferreted, yes. I'll take Incarnate Word because I've seen the campus.
What's the spread? I'm sorry.
4.5. Is it a matter of are you doing a little figuring over there?
No, I'm just wondering who gets the point.
Does that go to me or is that
it's your turn, Tony?
I'll go to Incarnate Word as well.
Oh, going with IW.
IWU.
You too?
No.
Oh,
I'm going to go
TAMCC.
Yeah, I'm going to go
TAMSA. TAMCC. South Carolina women 30.5 at Texas A&M. That's a lot on the road. South Carolina's been good, but not untouchable this year. Apparently, they don't think Texas A&M can do much about it. Scraby?
Yeah. I'm going to go Texas A&M. It's a lot.
Going to take the 30.
I'm going South Carolina.
South Carolina. So, Scrabe, you're going the A&M Corpus Christi A&M double there.
Yes, I am an A&M supporter
Good
over
for
here.
You. I'll take the A&M points, too. Avs minus 1.5 against the Wings at Colorado. Put this in here. A month ago, Colorado had only 2 losses. They were on their way to maybe break all the records. They have 8 losses now. In the last month, they've
like OKC.
Right. They're very similar. They've gone 5, 6, and 2 over the last month. So they've come back to earth, but they're still
I'm about to say they're still nice little chunky head.
They're still 36 and 8. Yeah, they're doing okay, but no more record-breaking pace. Scraby, Avs -1.5. Avs beat them the other night 5-0 in Detroit. This is a return matchup.
Oh, it's in Colorado. I'm gonna
tonight in Colorado.
I'll go Avs then.
Having been around hockey players enough, don't think the Wings will take too kindly to losing 5-0. I'll take them on the road. Tony?
Give me the Avs.
Avs, he says. One last thing on hockey. Go to a break here. Did anybody see the highlights of the Lightning Bruins outdoor game yesterday?
Heard it was a doozy.
The game was a doozy. The highlight of the game, without question, was the two goalies meeting at center ice and throwing blows. And I will tell you, the Tampa Bay goalie got some pretty good shots in on the Boston goalie.
They said that fired them up, too.
Right, they came back and won the game. Yeah. But the goalie squared off. Almost seems like it has to be fixed, but it apparently wasn't.
not in time, at least.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to break. On the other side, a very interesting college basketball story.
This is whacked out.
Morehouse College taking on the Tuskegee, was it University there?
I think so, yeah.
And it's all hell broke loose. We'll get to it on the other side. More Gwynn and Chris.
From the 8.
Crisello, yeah, we're here in Cooperstown for 97.3 The Fan. So excited, the induction weekend for the great Trevor Hoffman. What a class he's going in with, too. Let's take a look. Of course, Alan Trammell from Kearney High School in San Diego. And then, of course, the Detroit Tigers, great shortstop. Jack Morris in a Tiger uniform there, but I always remember him pitching that 1-0 shutout in Game 7 of the 1991 World Series for the Minnesota Twins. Maybe the greatest postseason pitching performance of all time. Chipper Jones, Padre fans remember him. Every fan of a National League team remembers him because he would come in and do damage to that team. Only the second #1 overall pick in the Major League Draft, Chipper Jones, to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. The other is Ken Griffey Jr. Vladimir Guerrero. Never met a pitch he couldn't swing at. And powerhouse hitter for the Expos and then, of course, the Angels at the end of his career. Jim Thome, over 600 home runs, mostly with the Cleveland Indians. And then, the guy down here on the end who used to get all these guys out all the time, Trevor Hoffman, the greatest Padre reliever of them all. Two of the greatest outfielders in the history of baseball. Of course, you've got Babe Ruth right here. Ted Williams right over there. I was wondering who the third outfielder would be. And then, of course, it hit me. Tony would be upset if I didn't say that the third outfielder, who will someday probably be displayed right here between these two guys, is obviously Mike Trout. And this is the San Diego Padres locker room here in Cooperstown. Obviously, a couple of jerseys there and hats, gloves, all-star stuff. I think the most interesting thing in this entire display, though, especially this weekend, is a picture in the top corner of Angus Young. He's the guitarist for AC/DC, wearing a Trevor Hoffman uniform, obviously playing Hell's Bells. I know that Trevor went to many AC/DC concerts and was honored by sitting in the front row to watch AC/DC play Hell's Bells in his honor. But there's a picture of Angus Young playing Hell's Bells for Trevor Hoffman wearing the 51 jersey right there. Crisello, yeah, we're here in Cooperstown for 97.3 The Fan. So excited, the induction weekend for the great Trevor Hoffman. What a class he's going in with, too. Let's take a look. Of course, Alan Trammell from Kearney High School in San Diego. And then, of course, the Detroit Tigers' great shortstop, Jack Morris, in a Tiger uniform there, but I always remember him pitching that 1-0 shutout in Game 7 of the 1991 World Series for the Minnesota Twins. Maybe the greatest postseason pitching performance of all time. Chipper Jones, Padre fans remember him. Every fan of a National League team remembers him because he would come in and do damage to that team. Only the second #1 overall pick in the Major League Draft, Chipper Jones, to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. The other is Ken Griffey Jr. Vladimir Guerrero. Never met a pitch he couldn't swing at. And powerhouse hitter for the Expos and then, of course, the Angels at the end of his career. Jim Thome, over 600 home runs, mostly with the Cleveland Indians. And then, oh, yeah, the guy down here on the end who used to get all these guys out all the time, Trevor Hoffman, the greatest Padre reliever of them all. Two of the greatest outfielders in the history of baseball. Of course, you've got. We could turn us down and turn up the hilarity that has to be coming from the commissioner, Roger Goodell. It is a State of the Union address today, right, for the NFL, where he takes questions from the media. But as we know, our friend Jim Trotter, I don't think he's even gets to be a part of the questioning anymore. So evidently you can ask the commissioner some questions, not all.
Yes.
I don't know if that's exactly right, but
he'll tell you that he answers all questions. I kind of feel
like it's that way a little bit, Tony. I'm just saying. And I'm also just saying that in a sport that tries to promote diversity and the Rooney Rule, we now have all 10 coaching vacancies filled in the NFL, none by African Americans. 0. So the beat goes on in that category, honestly.
Yeah,
Say what you will.
This year, there were no African American. I think Robert Saleh is Muslim, right?
Yes,
right. So I mean, a minority hire there. But outside of that, no. I mean, how many candidates were we? No, Flores was one.
Anthony Weaver, who was hired today as a defensive coordinator of the Ravens, wanted a head coaching job. Yep. He had been with the Dolphins.
I think we heard Anthony Lynn's name too.
I can understand because he was with the Dolphins why that might have disqualified him from anybody wanting to hire him.
Of course you do.
And you, the 49ers, got your guy.
Yes.
Raheem Morris is their new defensive coordinator. Why are you happy with a guy that couldn't win a game?
Defensive coordinator. I really do.
Because he doesn't have to worry about winning games anymore. He just has to worry about running
having
the
a
defense.
nasty defense.
Yeah, that's why he has always been a great coordinator.
Did the Falcons ever have a good defense under him, though?
Best of all time.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
No,
Best
I'm not
of
really
all
sure.
time,
I'm not
he
really
says.
sure how their defense performed.
I
But
hate to give Scraby history lessons because he doesn't like them.
I don't like history. You'll watch the overtime. You'll
But I
figure out
want
why.
you to know that the 1977 Falcons were called Grits Blitz, and they had the greatest scoring defense in NFL history. They didn't even give up 100 points for the season. Ha. So the Falcons did have a better defense than they do now.
Wait, hold on. Tony and I were doing hand signals.
I know.
They only scored. They only gave up less than 100 points in the season
for the season, but they went 7-7 because they couldn't do much on the other side of the ball. Apparently,
we didn't get into our story.
We got to get into this story, but we need time.
Okay, let's do it next after the break.
But it is crazy.
Yes.
I agree with you guys 100%. So we'll talk about this thing that happened in the Tuskegee basketball game. And we normally wouldn't talk about, but this is like off the chart. So stick around.
From the first pitch of the year to the big.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfus and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over here. So.
What are you thinking of seeing it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, who not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place. So I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good. Wow.
Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfus and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over there. So.
What are you thinking of seeing it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, who not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place. So I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good. Clock. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Scraby, sliding through this Monday afternoon. Nice warm day here, February 2nd.
Are we kidding ourselves
Just
here?
continue to enjoy what perhaps is the best weather on the
How
planet.
many people do you know give you the old, that's it, I'm moving to Tennessee, I've had it.
A
Go
lot.
ahead.
I mean, everybody. It feels
Right?
like.
You hear it from everyone. And it's only Tennessee for some reason. But
Nashville apparently is a nice area.
Okay.
Haven't been there in quite some time, but
Spent a lot of time in Nashville in my playing days.
Oh, you played in Nashville.
Sounds, yes.
But you were there before Nashville was hip.
Yeah, well, it was starting to bubble at the
Starting to
time. Now
pop,
it's
as you like
it's
to
on
say.
a whole nother level. It's funny.
Nashville weather today, 43 and raining, by the way, for those of you that want to move.
I was just getting ready to say, I was talking to my man Aaron Harang, former pod. He was down at the dinner dime. He said his daughter was choosing between going to school in Nashville or here in San Diego, and she really wanted Nashville, but she understood herself. She knew that cold come wintertime was something she wasn't ready for.
It's going to be there. It's going to be there. By the way, congrats. I heard the Dinner of the Diamond Saturday night was a big success.
It was awesome.
For the baseball team.
Got a chance to see Bud Black was there. We got Charlie Nagy was there for a big friend.
Charles Nagy, the right-hander from the Tribe?
Yeah, he was there. It was really great. Mark Loretta was in the building. And my Uncle Chris obviously was able to come down. It was nice to be
Did
able
he
to
ask about me?
I mean, everybody actually asked about you.
Who?
There were
nice.
There were a number of people that said, "Is Chris coming?" They obviously listened to the show.
Everybody. Thank you.
But I told him you were not be available to bless us with your presence, man.
Sorry about that, everybody.
Nonetheless, let's get to this story before we get to Padres pen pal. Tuskegee University taking on Morehouse College. There's video of this. And so it's kind of it doesn't really give you much other than
murky,
other than the fact that someone ends up being in cuffs, being taken out of the thing. And then apparently Morehouse, who is the home team in this particular case, was facing off against Tuskegee University. Two HBCUs going after it. And it's unclear on exactly what happened. Apparently, football players were involved. There was some cursing between the two, or at least from the football side. And so after the game ended, and they're in the handshake line.
Morehouse won the game. So
Morehouse
now they're
won
doing
the
the
game.
handshakes.
It seemed as though, it's alleged that there were football players in the line.
Came out of the stands.
Yes,
to be in the line and
maybe cause some trouble. I think the head coach for Tuskegee was basically voicing his concerns.
He recognized that the football players were now in the handshake line, and he didn't want anything to happen.
That is now being kind of denied from at least the other side. They said that the coach's name is Benji Taylor. He's
the guy you see on the video here being let off in handcuffs.
Yes, I have the video on the YouTube.
They say that he was being aggressive, and that is being disputed on their side. But nonetheless, it's not often. Now, listen, I don't believe he was arrested. He was just put in cuffs and taken off. It's funny because in the ESPN story, it goes out of its way to call the security. What was the exact word they were using?
Aggressive?
No,
it was a label for what they are.
They stayed away from using police.
Even though the guy has a police placard across the back of his vest.
Security officer is what they kept going off to say.
Scrappy, can you show that last video one more time for those who just are? I mean, I'm sorry if you're driving, you can't see it. I didn't realize it was as clear as it is now. We didn't see all the handshake line, but they do on the camera have the coach. He's in the red vest there, sweater. It looks like he's asking the security guard a question, and what he claimed to have been saying is, "Can you get these guys out of the line so there's not a
remove
problem?"
them from the line.
And the next thing you do is you see the officer reach for his handcuffs. Here's the coach. There's the officer. Again, sorry if you're driving, you'll have to watch it later. And then that's it.
Yeah,
cuffs come out.
He said,
and the coach is like, "What are you doing?"
He said, "You're under the." He said, "I'm about to put you under the arrest."
There he goes.
Put your hand. He said, "For what?"
Yeah, there he goes.
I don't think he had an answer as to why he was arresting him.
Yeah, well, that's. I don't even want to compare that to anything else that's happening out there. But I mean, we just have to do better, people.
Yeah.
All sides.
Yeah, it seems like
But I don't see anything, the coach doing anything wrong here other than asking a question.
It seems like
the
security officer, police guy, he just
overreacted.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Because the coach is so calm. The coach isn't yelling. The coach is just pointing.
The coach is totally calm, and I don't even know what he overreacted to.
Right.
So that's
no one knows.
You're going to see anyway. The coach has hired an attorney to look into a lawsuit. Because, look, he said he was pretty embarrassed. He's being taken off the floor in front of his teammates and family in handcuffs. That would be embarrassing to anybody.
Totally.
Yeah.
So I get him, being upset.
All right, let's shift some gears. We got traffic?
Yes, we do.
Let's check traffic and then some pen pals on the way.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Frozen Ropes, baseball and softball training facilities. Just a couple things to mention here. Crash on westbound 8 before the 15. 3 vehicles blocking that right lane. Also, northbound 5 coastline, Delmar Heights Road off-ramp. Reports of a ladder in lanes. Reports of a stalled motorcycle. Someone pushing it along the center divide. Northbound 15, right before West Bernardo. Register for Frozen Ropes Baseball Summer League with 8 games and 8 practices for ages 6 through 12 and receive $100 off your registration fee at SanDiegoFrozenRopes.com. That's SanDiegoFrozenRopes.com. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
It's time to ask the experts, Padres fans.
I was hoping maybe you can bring a little insight into it.
Write us, tweet us, Facebook us, send a carrier pigeon for Chris. He thinks they're cute. Padres Pen Pals begins.
Hurt the pelota big time.
Now on 97.3 The Fan.
If you love Mediterranean food, try Spiro's for authentic Mediterranean cuisine in Coronado or La Jolla. For dining or takeout options, visit spiroscuisine.com. And in Chris vs. the Fans next segment, we have a massive qualification for Guns N' Roses
Oh, that's
tickets.
right. I was supposed to give tickets.
We still have all show. We also have Aztec tickets. We'll give those out as we go along. Padres pen pals this week was, two very angry people at Fan Fest cornered me. And they wanted me to ask this in Padres pen pals. So I will. But here's the first one. I am not feeling great about the future of this team, and I know you won't agree with me. This team's window has about 2 years left. Manny is aging. Bogey is aging. Joe Musgrove coming off injury. Michael King coming off injury. Not to mention a manager who wasn't even that good as a player.
Wow.
Yeah, right? Chris, you're up first. How much longer is this window actually open?
I think the window thing is getting a little annoying and old. I don't even get it. Like, really? Okay, so let's say I say 2 years. So in 3 years, we should just pack it in. Like, not even put a team together that year because the window's closed. The window's always open. As far as I'm concerned, maybe the Rockies is at least halfway shut.
Maybe the White Sox right now.
Okay, but I really think teams are, trying to compete. And when you look at the results, teams coming from fourth place to first, often, I think the window's always open if you catch a hot streak. So I think it's silly to say 2 years. I'm not going to put any number on it.
Tony, window, how much longer?
I mean, I think there's a window, but I think it's still open. I mean, Manny still, there's this like assumption that you get into like the 33, 34, 35 age and you can't play. That's not true for the elite of elite most of the time. So I think I consider Manny in that category. Beyond that, you still got Jackson, very young. You still got Toddy, very young. Bogey's in there.
Young.
So in 3 years, you'll have Toddy and Jackson as 2/3 of your outfield. I don't know that the window would be closed on that.
It's not. It's not. They've. You got Mason Miller. You got a lot of young players. So I don't think
there's no way also that anyone knows what this roster will look like in February of 2028.
Padres are actively looking for pieces to add.
Yes, they are. They are actively looking. That's what AJ Preller said. I love the chat coming to my rescue. Cole, how dare anyone come out corner my boy Scraby with that garbage? Kayla, Scraby being accosted at Fan Fest is a bigger issue than this pen pal question. It's shaking my head.
Coming for you.
There are certain people that think this whole window thing is a big deal. There are certain people that are over the window thing. I think in this video,
if your window if your window open and closes on the future of Manny Machado, but he's not the only guy in the club.
No, he's not.
Like basketball, maybe you can go windows, like because somebody like Michael Jordan retires.
Yeah,
changes the makeup of the club.
I think
quite
football
a bit.
You can go windows too because it's harder to
quarterback maybe.
Yeah.
But baseball, I don't really see the window thing in baseball.
You can change your roster
because it's not as
easily.
It's not as predictable, right?
Mark Ashburn, by the way, said that Nashville, his parents live in Nashville, I believe, or family lives in Nashville. They didn't have power for like 5 days recently, so there you go. Because of the storms out there.
Don't tell us that stuff. I want the people to move. Honestly,
you want the people to move.
Yes, don't you want more room to drive around on the freeway and relax at the beach?
It always revolves back to the freeway.
Man, I don't.
I want less traffic. Come on.
I am not going to disagree with that.
All right.
The guy was changing too many lanes at once. He wants it all gone. Get out of here.
Although going to Fan Fest, Braden texted us earlier in the day. Hey, tailgate lot is completely full. Kind of like good luck with parking. So I was like stressed, sweating, drove right in. No one even looked at my parking pass.
Bad info.
Everything was fine. All right, next one. I feel like I am listening to state media when I listen to this station. Every time there's an opportunity to criticize, you praise. All we want is the truth. And since your station protects the Padres, we only get half truths. That's it. They just wanted us to comment on that.
Doesn't sound like a question.
No, it's not a question. It's a statement.
I'll discuss it.
Okay. Tony, do you have anything? Because you were about to go.
I don't know if I should say what I'm thinking.
Okay, let Chris say all that stuff, and then you can piggyback on that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris.
Well, hang on a second. I got to I'm adding up the money I was sent in the mail by the Padres. 24.
Oh yeah, did you and Mike Schultz get that direct deposit squared away?
Yeah, I did.
Well,
I got
it
my
doesn't
check.
matter now.
Yeah, I mean, I was.
You better get unconnect that direct
Sticking up for
deposit.
Mike Schultz made me a good piece of money. And every time I say something nice about the Padres, Eric Grupner's nice enough to send me a check. You're only listening and hearing what you want to hear. Exactly. I think when you say that, I really do. I will agree to the point that I don't think we favor the Padres. We certainly give you the Padres perspective on it, though, I think. And so maybe that in your mind or some people's mind comes out as always defending them. But
yeah,
I just don't see it. I think it's selective listening is what I really think it is. So
I just chalk it up to that. It's selective listening because we criticize may not even be the word, but when somebody's not swinging a bat well, when somebody's not pitching well, we say what it is. I don't know where that comes from.
I mean, I was overly critical in a few of our discussions of Fernando and his lack of power. And finally, I think Tony, was like almost kind of had enough. He's like, come on, man. And I kept pointing out the 40 home run season. And he kept saying, well, yeah, but the rest of the years he hits 25 and that's where he's going to be this year. Anyway, I see the frustration out there,
yeah,
and I think it's selective listening. If you say we don't criticize them, there also hasn't been a ton to criticize. The last 5 years, they've been really good in general.
It's hard to remember that.
Yes.
Doesn't that count? Right?
KG wants one of us to talk to AJ Preller about his check. It's getting lost in the direct deposit.
He wants
who's getting KG wants to,
KG
he needs some.
He said, I'm getting my shill on too.
Send it over. Direct deposit isn't working on my end.
The fans all say nice things. We got to send them money. Yeah, it's silly.
Gonzo says about you being critical of the team. O'Hearn, anybody?
That's right.
And see, I had to defend myself because I don't even think I was as critical as you thought I was. But yeah,
I think the Luis Arraez stuff, what you were more critical.
I was critical of the fans for Luis Arraez, and that's where everybody, pushed back. But we're gonna see who wins that one. The story is not over on that one. I hope Luis Arraez doesn't hit 350 again. I really don't.
Yeah, that would be hard to watch. That would be hard to watch. All right, next one. These are all good questions now. What do you think, and Chris, you're up first. What do you think Jason Adams' role is going to be this year? Actually, Tony's up first. Sorry. What do you think Jason Adams' role is going to be this year? I personally think he will come off this injury strong. Is he an 8th inning guy, 7th inning guy? What do you think?
Who's this?
Jason Adams.
First of all, Jason was one of my autograph partners. Second hour number 2 at Joe Musgrove, first hour at Jason Adams, second.
With all due respect,
yeah, I got a good draw.
I was going to say, with all due respect to you, you might be the 3rd nicest guy in that group, and that's saying something because those guys are good guys.
He expects to be ready for opening day, so that's a good thing. He's throwing off the mound, feeling good. To that question, I think it's going to evolve. I think he very well may start in the 6th inning, role, but it's only going to be a matter of time before he starts back. And maybe they start with him in his normal, 7th inning role last year. I would expect that he slides back probably to the 8th inning role.
Everything just moves back because Robert Suarez.
Because Suarez, Mason now moves to the 9th. Adam moves to the 8th. Estrada
7th.
Morejon,
you got Morejon as your kind of your wild card, depending on with matchups.
It's pretty good bullpen.
You still got David Morgan. You still got
which, by the way, hello to David Morgan's parents.
Yes, they're big fans.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
Mr. and Mrs. Morgan.
I was very excited. I was like, fans. We love your son. They're like,
we are fans.
We hear you guys talking about him.
Morgan.
So.
We are totally David Morgan fans.
And we're missing one, Rodriguez.
Yes, yeah. Brad Glay.
Could
be a factor.
They got it's another deep.
And by
bullpen.
the way, just for fun, look at the Arizona and San Francisco bullpens. They don't have anyone in either of those bullpens that you can count on. No. And I know
they know
that could be a factor, and they know it as well. So
Chris, did you?
No, I just love Jason Adam. 8th inning. That's, to me, is his lockdown spot.
Now, do we know if he is going to be back for opening day, or is he targeting opening day? I mean, I've heard a couple things.
Tony just said.
Oh,
did you just
Adam?
Yeah, did you just opening day?
Yeah, he said he's.
Sorry, I was reading something. My bad.
I love when it happens to you.
Oh, my bad. As soon as Chris looked at you, I was like, he already said this. Darn. All right, final one. Chris, you can go. You can be up first on this one. You're this guy's biggest fan. What about Luis Campusano at first base? Played a little last year in the minor leagues, but what do you think?
I'm not keen on it personally, but I heard Craig Stammen mention it the other day.
He did
when he talked about Campusano as being a guy that could fill in at some first, and saying that he had played it in the minor leagues. So I will say that the people that think just going to first base like anyone can do it, I think that is overblown.
That's the annoying part.
It is.
Honestly.
It's really not anyone can do it.
It's a hard position.
That goes into it.
You
Yes,
have to
there
dig
is.
those out. Those balls are coming at you at 90-something miles an hour.
It's imperative that you can dig that stuff out. You got to cover ground and make plays and flip to the pitcher. Ask Pete Alonso how easy it is. It's a tough position. So, I'm tending to think no, but, let him play some in spring and see where it goes.
All right, Tony, what do you think about Luis Campusano at first base?
It doesn't sound like that's in the plans based on what we just heard on Saturday.
I thought Craig mentioned that he might look at Luis there. That's what I thought.
He did, but it wasn't committing. He wasn't committing at all to any of it.
It sounded like they want him to take hold of that backup catching spot.
Yeah, that's going to be enough
if
for him.
If he can do that, then
Right.
they can start to explore that. And I'm sure he'll get some looks there in spring training. I'm sure.
By the way, I don't know why I thought of this, but I guess I'm piggybacking on the thought. Some people say Campusano isn't 100% always committed, et cetera. And I think that remains to be seen still, because if he starts hitting the ball, no one's going to say that anymore. But did you guys hear that there was a former Cub, of course they wouldn't be identified, talking about how Kyle Tucker spends more time in his phone than he does on the scouting report.
Ooh,
and that they're not sorry to see him go.
I did hear that.
Man, just throwing that out there. I didn't say it.
Good old anonymous
I will
source.
jump all over that.
Anonymous source said that Kyle Tucker's a lazy bum. There you go.
Oh, I love it. I love
knew
it.
you would like that,
Man,
Scrape.
you know what? Pay him the most. Give him the money. Just give him the money.
I knew you'd like that one.
Let's get to break. Chris versus the fans.
Shots fired.
On the other side, 833-288-0973.
Guns N' Roses. Qualification up for grabs.
Stay low. Hands on the heart. Stay low. fucking off now. Okay, take goggles down to your neck. Crash landing, huh? What? We're gonna crash land. More or less. We're gonna hit the ground. See my knee? All the way back. Pick up. Front up. Right on all the way down. Ready to brake. All the way. Here we go. Up there. Oh, you idiot. Typical tandem student right there. I tried. I wrecked your good job, buddy. Fun, huh? You need help with anything? Okay, I'm nervous. Stand up, stay low. Hands on the heart. Stay low.
Gwynn Chris, 97.3 The Fan. Bill Howe Studios. We know how. Coming up in this segment, Chris versus the Fans, and a chance to qualify for the big trip. And pretty good concert, Scrape. Huh?
Yes.
Little Guns N' Roses action. I saw Slash last night at the Grammys. I don't know. Are you Grammys guys or?
Nah.
No. Kendrick Lamar took home a big record of the year, Tony. I know he's your favorite.
Yeah,
one of your favorites.
Yeah, he did. I don't watch the Grammys at all, but I do follow the aftermath and read the stories that come up after.
I've heard the Grammys are fixed, and I'm being serious. Like there's record companies that will pay money, and you will win an award if they pay a lot of money.
I think there's always been, like at the Academy Awards, you'll hear that back in the day that I don't think fixed, but just spending a little bit more money to promote certain things to try to get it more top of mind so that it will be voted on more. I think that kind of stuff is going on.
Campaigning,
yes. I think that is what happens. But
why are you looking at me like that, Tony? I wasn't trying to bring down the Grammys. That's what I have heard from artists.
I didn't say anything, dude. I'm just.
You gave me the skeptical look.
I was just looking at
you. You gave me the skeptical look.
Super Bowl 60 is Sunday.
Crazy.
I will be scouting I'll be scouting the location Friday and Saturday. Apparently,
you should definitely.
You changed my whole week by pointing that out. Like I hadn't even thought of that.
You need to go to the Super Bowl experience if you can, because it's right there.
I'm sure it will be. Maybe I'll just report live from there.
Maybe
Friday. I'm not thrilled that this is the story.
Yeah, it's
last place I like to be is where everyone else is.
It's happening though, buddy.
I know.
You got to wrap your mind around it.
When you land on the San Jose airport, Levi Stadium is out the window. Yeah. It's right there. Yeah. So, okay. All right, let's do some Chris versus.
Hopefully, you got some good rates on the hotel. The Aztecs.
I did hear that we're all having to bunk together because there's not very many rooms available.
That sounds about
right. I hadn't made the connection until now as to why that is. Yeah, I might be staying with an assistant coach on this one. Let's go.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the Fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right. I put some work into these questions over the weekend. So
you let us figure that part out there, buddy.
If you play, you will be you'll be qualified for a chance to win this week's grand prize, a pair of tickets to Guns N' Roses at Snapdragon Stadium on September 2nd. Tickets at Ticketmaster.com. So, the rules. You have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question, or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know before you get into it, and you'll get that question for free today.
Are you doing Super Bowl trivia this week?
I will mix in some Super Bowl as the week goes along, but I don't know that I have many here.
Just typical random sports from Matthew Scraby.
Yes.
How we go on first contestant here?
Let's go to we'll go to the first one who called, Lance.
Lance, how are you? Happy Monday.
How's it going?
It's going well, my friend. Here we go. First question. Who won the Farmers Insurance Open?
Justin Rose.
What year?
Justin Rose. That's a good question.
Wire to wire.
First since Tommy Bolt. Man, in 1955. I remember that well.
There's nothing worse than a golf tournament with no one in contention.
It really truly was that.
He was chasing the tournament record, and he got the tournament record.
Did he get it? 23 under.
23 under. And he said that he was very aware that he was chasing. He had to create something in his head.
Sure.
So
no one else was close.
Yes, he was gonna have to.
And nobody got close either.
All right, here we go. Question number 2. Who was named the 2025 World Series MVP?
Yamamoto?
Money.
What are you
Here we
taking
go.
a picture of, Scrape?
That is actually going to help me for the Big 5 right there. So I had to. They had all the international cities listed in one place. I had to take a picture.
Yamamoto, good get. I don't think I would have got it, but he certainly deserved that.
They did. He pitches behind
Game
off.
6, Game 7.
All right, here we go. Question number 3. Question number 2, you can erase.
Oh, wait, I could do this too.
By the way, when he said Yamamoto, I still hadn't remembered yet who was even in the World Series. And that, my short-term memory is not good.
What is the other term for a double bogey in golf?
Can you use bad language in this answer?
No.
Wait, say again?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Yes. What is the other term for a double bogey in golf?
I did not know that there was another term. We'll just go with a double bogey on a par 4 for Snowman.
Okay. I have a feeling this is going to cause controversy because.
Oh, stop it, Scraby.
Okay.
Go ahead, Chris.
Double bogey. The only ones I know albatross, I know birdie, and those are good things. I know bogey, double bogey. I know triple bogey. I know snowman. 2 over par. What do you got? Yeah, I don't know.
Buzzard.
Oh, never heard that
word.
Never heard it.
Buzzard.
Never heard it, Lance.
Either way, we have ourselves a winner.
Good for you, Lance. I don't think there's any controversy.
No.
I just don't think anybody ever heard that.
That's
That's
really
new news to everybody.
See, I growing up.
Chad, have you heard of buzzard before?
Anybody?
Chime in if you have.
Chime in on a buzzard.
Kayla says oh wait, that's a different thing. I thought this was common because we used to talk about it all the time growing up.
I played golf with you several times, not heard you utter that word.
Well,
and I know I've had plenty of double bogeys while I played with you. So
I told you this was going to be slightly controversial.
No, it's not.
I'm going to
that's
type
one
in,
of the words, and
I'm
that's
type
one of the
in,
words.
What is
You got to stand 10 toes
buzzard.
down on your questions, man.
I can't at
You
this point.
fold up
I
like
can't.
a lawn chair every time.
In golf, a buzzard is a slang term that refers to a score of 2 over par in a hole.
Okay, so you got to stand on that, though.
How many times have I stood on it and then been told I'm an idiot?
You were pretty.
Here's the thing. I
think
think a better question. I'm not trying to be critical, and you always think when I get it wrong that I'm being critical. I think you could have said, what is a slang term for double bogey?
Yeah,
and then you wouldn't have to even.
Now, would albatross be a slang term for?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think that's a common thing on a par 5. If you get 3 under par, it's an albatross. I think people do call it that.
I've
never had one or anything even remotely close.
You've never. I've said getting a bunch of buzzards today.
I'm sure you have.
No,
said
you
that.
haven't said that. Lance, you win.
Knock it off, dude.
Good job, Lance. You deserved it based on the Yamamoto get, I think. Well done. Got a chance to go see Guns N' Roses. That's a good one. Snapdragon Stadium, September 2nd.
You ever seen Guns N' Roses, Chris?
I have not, but I've heard they're excellent, kind of crazy, wild. I saw Slash. Like I said, what is it about rock stars? They do not age. Like Slash looks the same. I don't know, Keith. Okay, no, I'm giving you Exhibit 1. Keith Richard. He looks better now than he did 20 years ago.
Okay,
Slash looks the same. At least last night he did.
Those are like one of two.
Those
of
are
twos.
odd.
2 of 2.
Give me a couple that have aged.
I mean, all of them
have them. Who's the dead?
I think
one?
we've all been doing it wrong. We should stay up late night, eat tons of tacos, and drink till the morning.
Oh, what about the guy from Aerosmith? Why can't I remember his name right now?
Steven Tyler. I don't know. He looked the same when he was young as he did when he was old. I don't ever remember him looking young.
Well, maybe that's the trick, is that you age yourself young, so by the time you get old, you just stay that way.
I'm trying to think.
It doesn't seem like a healthy lifestyle.
Typically, drugs and alcohol don't lead to you having like a very youthful vibe.
I mean,
face for that matter.
But I mean, Ozzy Osbourne made it to what, 78?
I mean, but
so if that's true, then we should all be guaranteed 78.
God rest his soul. But Ozzy wasn't like the spokesman for like what it would look. What looks
no,
good.
He was in terrible health.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. But he still made 78.
With respect to his life, I'm surprised that he made it.
We are all. You got to be surprised.
Yeah. He was like, I read that book about Tommy Lee, what's the band? Why can't I think of the band's name right now?
Oh, Motley Crue.
Motley Crue, where they said they came across Ozzy Osbourne and he was just doing crazy things and snorting ants off the ground and like
Ozzy was 76.
Stuff.
Let me get that correct for those who want to check it. 76, but still, that's surprising to many people.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, let's get to break. On the other side, the Tisch story continues to have legs. The half owner, I believe, was it the Giants?
Yes, the Giants.
Of the New York Giants football team. He's been in the Epstein files. His name continues to bubble. And now the NFL, they're going to look into it.
And you never guess which quarterback's name popped up, too.
Yeah, he couldn't believe it either.
Right.
We'll get to it on the other side. More Gwynn and Chris.
From the 855 Get Roster.
Yeah. Into the Monday afternoon. Man, I tell you what, Giants ownership right now, probably
taking lessons from Michael Jackson. Moonwalking here.
Yeah, old Steve Tisch, his name came up in that document dump, and he's having to respond to it. This isn't ideal for any owner to be connected to this particular story.
I don't think anybody wants to be on
at
this.
all.
Yeah,
right.
Epstein is a very troublesome word right now.
Yes. Commissioner Roger Goodell was asked Monday if Tisch could be subject to discipline from the league. And he responded saying, "You may be getting ahead of yourself on the second part." He said regarding the question of discipline, "We are going to look at all the facts. We're going to look at the context of those and try to understand that. And we will look at how that falls under the policy. But let's get the facts first."
Can we just quote Scraby there by saying, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's what that was. I mean, he didn't say anything.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, this is what it sounded like.
But read what Tisch said, because I think it's at least questionable. Do you have it there, Tony? If you don't, I'll have it.
You got it.
Tisch said that, oh, come on. Oh, no, wrong story. Hold on. We're looking all over the place.
I got it right here. I got it right here.
Yeah, we have a brief. I know.
He said, "Oh, go ahead."
We have a brief association where he exchanged emails about adult women, and then of course we discussed movies, which Tisch was involved with, philanthropy and investments. I did not take him up on any of his invitations. I never went to his island. As we all know, he was a terrible person and somebody I deeply regret associating with. The second part, I think most of us can agree on. My issue with this is, did Epstein have an illegal department and then a very wholesome and legal side of his, business as well? And
so you're saying he was like the first Tinder.
That's what Tisch is saying.
A matchmaker.
Tisch said
for people who want to meet adults.
Right.
Yeah.
Tisch was only involved in that. According to Tisch.
According to the article, Tisch's name appears at least 440 times.
We had a brief association, he said. There goes that word.
Among the more than 3 million documents
That's
released.
a lot of documents, but still 440 times.
According to documents included in the broader release of Epstein's related files, most of Tisch's correspondence with Epstein appear to be from about 2013.
Okay. Well, that was the legal time of the Epstein enterprise. No,
but was there ever a legal time?
I don't think so. That's why.
Got yet.
But that's what Tisch is asking us to believe.
Here's the interesting part from Mike Florio. Mike Florio tries to take down the sport he claims he loves all the time.
Pablo Torre was on this as well.
Yes, yeah. But Mike Florio tries to poke holes in the NFL, and I'm not mad at it. But there was a CBA, a personal conduct policy, from 2021, and then he reviewed it to the 2023 one, and one line has been removed from the CBA. This one, quote, "Ownership and club or league management have traditionally been held to a higher standard and will be subject to more significant discipline when violations of the personal conduct policy occur."
Yeah, because did Kraft end up getting in trouble for
He did. I
think he did.
Yeah, so
isn't that something?
He had to give a couple of those Super Bowls back. I think the Patriots only have 4.
Kraft got in trouble.
Yeah.
And then they said, next time around, let's go ahead and remove that language.
Can't be putting these owners in danger's way again.
Not at all.
It's insane.
It's relevant to the story because if indeed that language was still in there, Steve Tisch would be subject to some type of discipline.
He'd have to be.
But it's according to Mike Florio, since that language is now removed, we're having a different conversation here.
Well, we'll see.
It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild.
Really
by the way, the quarterback's name that came up, Tony's guy.
Oh, Russell.
Let's ride.
Wait, he was in the files?
He had to rebuke.
He was in the files, but
the devil.
Boy, did he rebuke.
He was not having none of it.
None of it. He said, nope.
Apparently, his name was in there because of a plane that
something
was
about an airplane that he tried to. Somebody tried to sell him a plane that was connected at Epstein. Russell Wilson's tweet. Nope. Absolutely not. Not today, Satan. And that's Russell Wilson speaking.
Yes.
And then he said, some random plane broker tried to sell me a plane. I had no idea whose plane and never bought the plane, never talked nor never met the man. Thank God. Russell Wilson.
See, he's acting like an innocent person.
Yeah,
he's acting like what I would say if I was innocent.
Absolutely
but people that aren't innocent don't respond like that.
No.
Anyway, so I think Russell's off the hook. But, God, the names are going to keep falling out of that file, unfortunately.
Actually, I'm reading more into this Florio thing, and it kind of stems from Deshaun Watson's case because there was Deshaun Watson's lawyers aggressively, quote, pointed to owners who engaged in actual or alleged misconduct. And then the whole thing with Robert Kraft happened, and then Daniel Snyder, and then Jerry Jones with his he didn't want to.
It was a great great
paternity test.
It was a great idea in theory to have that language in there, but since we got all these owners, breaking it, we're gonna have to kind of remove it.
Oh, you know what?
Sorry.
Actually, I can't control myself, so we have to remove that from the document.
Speaking of things that were removed, Jarrell Miller. Anybody? Nobody.
I have no idea.
I don't think anybody would know. Jarrell Miller is a boxer. Nobody saw this yet? Just me?
His hairpiece.
He got punched in the top of the forehead, and his toupee flew off in the ring.
He had a lace front, and
his toupee came flying off.
It looked like a tight. You remember was it Mike Tyson's knockout?
Yes.
It looked like he was a character off there. Like he got hit, and
his hair went flopping up in the air.
His hair popped up.
Credit to him, he just finally pulled it off and threw it on the floor and said, "Whatever." So he
took off his piece.
He was pretty lighthearted about it, but it was during an actual fight. The second round, Jarrell Miller and some Kingsley is the other guy, and at Madison Square Garden, uppercut. Took the toupee right off. So
speaking of boxing,
that's a video you might want to find.
Speaking of boxing, shout out to Shakur Stevenson taking down Teofimo Lopez Jr. in a master class of the sweet science of boxing. It was beautiful. I know you don't. I know you don't know who this guy is.
I saw the push notification of it after the fact, and
I told you about it.
Seemed like a good fight. No, you did. You're more on boxing than I think Chris and I combined.
No, he is now, but I really did enjoy boxing back in the day when they had the pay-per-view. They had some unbelievable fights. That were so fun to watch. And you always tried to score them. That was the fun thing. You'd sit there like you knew everything.
I would suggest you
some good fights out there.
Start getting back into it. Does seem like the best are now starting to fight.
We're getting to get some back into some boxing, right? Because everybody was doing the whole MMA.
Yeah, that and the kind of matchmaking, the fights that we're getting the most money, but not necessarily the most.
Lead me to a couple of good fights.
I will
be happy to go there.
So wait, we're not going. The boxing is not going down the Jake Paul road.
It looks like his last couple losses might have kind of
derailed it a little bit.
Like a couple real boxers, please.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like everybody for a second was
he fought Anthony Joshua, and it didn't go well. He got his jaw broke in like 2 places.
Wait, he actually fought a boxer?
Yeah, no,
you're telling me that he didn't do well?
Yeah, no, it didn't go well. But I think it seems like the good guys are starting to fight the good guys.
All right,
they're figuring
boxing needs it.
Boxing is. I mean, you guys, I don't think can even imagine how huge boxing was.
Oh, I remember.
Just the biggest thing was boxing.
I remember Don King a lot as a kid, seeing him on TV.
If there was a good match, he was around somewhere, no doubt.
With his hair,
that hair was unmatched.
Hey, do you remember him to
I
this
know exactly
day
what
because
of
his hair?
Yeah, of course.
Let's get to break. On the other side,
what we got?
It's the Big Five. We're going to be talking about Jackson Merrill. We're going to be talking about Keith Law. We're also going to be talking about something you guys love, a lawsuit against NCAA for another year of eligibility.
This is like we do this once a week, it feels like.
It's a once a week thing now.
Good. Can't wait.
Ben and Woods on
actually got in trouble once when I worked at the bank for looking up a celebrity, and it was totally wrong on my part. Totally wrong.
Looking up their account number?
Just I searched their name in the account system, and
Gravy, what is wrong with you?
I was like 19.
You'd be better off.
You would be better.
You'd be better off admitting that you wore your underwear inside out. Frankly,
This guy is just searching up people's accounts.
It only happened that one time because I got caught.
How did you get caught?
The account was flagged, and anybody taking a look at it gets logged. And so I got called into the boss's office like 3 days
What
later.
did that come? I'm sorry, I gotta ask, but nobody's supposed to be doing this preview. What did that conversation? How did it go?
Well,
why were you looking up Paris Hilton? Is that who it was?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh my goodness.
I can neither confirm. That's really funny, Chris, that you just yelled out that name out of all names.
No.
But I walked in, I got called into the office, and I sat down,
gosh.
and all my boss, I loved her. She was great. Her name was Sharon. Amazing boss. She just slid the piece of paper in front of me.
You knew.
Said, "Did you visit this account?" And I looked. Yeah. She was like, "We're gonna have to write you up for this, and if you do it again, we're gonna have to fire you." And I said, "I'll never do it again." And I got out of there as soon as possible.
Damn.
I took everything, but it was not good. Not good.
Just curiosity, huh? He's like, I wonder how much they have in their account.
Yeah. I mean, before I got caught, I did look up athletes. And,
oh my God! I'm so glad you're sitting in this seat now.
Yes, I'm so happy you're not doing any job that can be dangerous to people's futures.
This was in the first year that I was there. I learned my lesson thoroughly.
Chris, as I said, as soon as they walked in, they was like,
"Yeah,
that's our guy right there.
That's our window.
We're gonna take him down."
Yep.
Just lucky I didn't get caught for like. I can't even say. I'll tell you guys off break whose account I saw and how much money they had sitting in their checking account.
And this was how long ago, too, by the way?
2009, 10. Way before I became a good person.
Didn't Bank America end up getting in trouble? Or was that it was one of those banks got in trouble?
All of them get in trouble for selling information. But
hiring folks like you.
I wasn't selling any information. I was just wanting to see what was going on.
Curious.
I didn't check their account activity, which I could have. Been like, oh, they bought this here. I'm going to go up there. You know, I'm not that creepy.
Well, that's stock.
Oh, yeah, you're not that bad.
I'm not that creepy.
This is amazing, by the way. We're supposed to be doing.
How are we supposed to do baseball picks under these circumstances?
We can't anymore. I think we gotta push it. You guys never did it. Well, I mean,
no, Scrape. We didn't.
Really? Okay. Like you work at a bank, you're looking at people's account information.
That's
unbelievable.
It only happened for a little bit, and then I got
only for a little bit.
I can't stop laughing at this because it is quite hilarious, Scrape.
But you were saying that I may have gotten robbed or whatever. I actually did get robbed when I worked in San Francisco, and they're called quick change artists.
How long did you work in the banking industry?
8 years. I was a teller supervisor when I finished. I was also the merchant teller, which took in around $150,000 in cash a day. Guess what? Always balanced at the end of the day.
Yeah, I bet.
But there was a guy who walked in. He had about $5,000 in hundreds, and he handed it to me. He said, "Can I get 50s for these?" And I said, you know, it's pretty annoying that he wants
$5,000 in hundreds.
And he wanted $5,000 in 50s. He just wanted 50s instead of hundreds. So I had to go get it from the vault. I come back. I'm starting to count it out, and then he's like starting to ask me questions as I'm counting it out.
He's trying to
what
did I tell you, Chris? This is what I'm talking about.
That window right there.
Hey, this guy was so good that no one saw it coming. But so when I started getting mad at him because I counted out the 50s, he goes, "What are you doing?" I asked for 20s. And I'm like, what? You did not ask for 20s. You asked for 50s, bro. Yeah. I had to go to the vault to get those 50s. And as I was getting all mad and talking to my boss, he took the cash off the counter and put it into this folder that he had on the thing that
the original 5,000 in hundreds.
Yeah, well, he kept going like that, and then I was so mad, I just grabbed it and I threw it in my drawer. And then he was like, "You know what? I'm out of here." And he walked out. And then at the end of the day, $3,000.
He got an extra 3 on you.
$3,000. Yeah, he got $3,000.
The thing about criminals like that, they can sniff out a mark really easy.
I'm not a mark.
You are 1,000%.
I was actually The banks,
dog, they got you for 3 extra.
And that's the only time in my 8 years that I ever had anything happen like that.
I'm sure there are people who've been there 8 years that never had 0 taken.
Scrape, I got a 20 here. Can I get 5 5s, please?
I hate you guys.
Let's get to
that was one of the worst moments of my life, but you know what? It taught me a lot. Never trust anyone ever again.
You know what? You definitely have learned because you don't trust very many people.
I don't trust anyone anymore.
You are.
I actually got in trouble once when I worked at the bank for looking up a celebrity, and it was totally wrong on my part. Totally wrong.
Looking up their account number?
Just I searched their name in the account system, and
what is wrong with you?
I was like 19.
You'd be better off.
Cool.
You would be better. You'd be better. Criminal defense attorneys, they help good people regain control of their future when they're charged with a crime. They've been doing it since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Are you listening, Steve Tisch? Also, top of this hour, remind me, Scrabe, before we go to the break, give everybody a chance to win Aztec basketball tickets tomorrow night, Wyoming.
I put that in my notes.
Tickets at goaztecs.com. We'll give that away before the top of the hour. But right now, traffic, at least I think. And then Big Five, I know.
All right. It was nice to hear from some of the Padres players on Saturday. We got all the good ones. And Jackson Merrill, he never disappoints because he tells you exactly what's on his mind, and I love that. But Jackson Merrill was asked about his new manager, Craig Stammen, and if he thinks it's a good thing that he only played just a few years ago. Here's Jackson Merrill.
I think it's awesome. I think the game has changed. You know, I mean, I've only been in the league for a couple of years, as we said before, but you know, it's obvious the game has changed over the past 10 years. So someone that's really close being removed and kind of knows how it goes, knows how you're feeling, knows what players feel during the season. I think that's a lot of helpfulness. You know, all of us are going to relate to him in more ways than we possibly think. And, you know, he's the man. He likes to shit. He likes everything, you know, pardon my language, but that's how he is. So, you know, only been around him for a couple of weeks now here, but he's the man.
All right. That was Jackson Merrill at Fan Fest. So, Chris, do you think the old school, no nonsense manager type is done?
I think so. Yeah. I think maybe could Jim Leland get hired and be grandfathered in for a year?
He seems pretty calm.
I don't know.
I don't know, Chris.
La Russa going to run a team? I don't think so. Tony going to answer better than me, though. I'm going to get it.
I mean, we saw both of those guys come back. I think Jim had a little success, though.
Yeah.
He got to a World
But that was
Series.
10 years ago, though, Tony, or maybe more. So.
We saw Tony try to come back. He had one good year, a decent year, and then that kind of fell apart from there.
You could say Bochy came back, but Bochy's not that way.
Yeah.
Right? He's more of a player's manager.
I mean, Snitker is
Bochy definitely
out now.
You know, the interesting thing is the quote-unquote new way of communicating will eventually be old school, and there will be a new way that comes in. just how it goes. I think you have to relate to players a little differently than you did when I was coming up, you know.
Who were your managers? You had Ned Yost,
Bud Black, Don Mattingly,
Phillies,
Ryan Sandberg.
Oh, Rhino. You had a good team.
No, I did.
You could put a ball club together there
for sure.
Mattingly at first, Sandberg at second. Start there.
So Chris thinks the old school manager type is done. Tony, yes, no.
I don't like to ever say done, but
yeah. There could be one guy.
I think you're less likely to have success going about it that way, the old way.
Okay, like Iron Fist type way.
Right.
Number 4.
More collaborative.
I like that. Collaborative is a big word these days.
It is.
I don't know why it feels like the Athletics' Keith Law dislikes San Diego, but after an experience that I had 7 years ago and all of the reading I have done since then makes me think that Keith Law doesn't like San Diego. So he's in the Athletic today, ranking the top 20 Padres minor leaguers. Here is what he wrote to start it. I knew the Padres system was down before I started writing this up, but afterward I realized it was in much worse shape than I'd realized. You just can't trade that many prospects in that short of a period of time without it affecting your system, and the state of their system is compounded by their draft strategy with focuses on high-risk, high-upside prospects, notably high school pitchers who fail at higher rates. I have a pure reliever at number 8 on the list, and that's not because I think he's Hoyt Wilhelm, end quote.
Hoyt Wilhelm gets a mention. Love old Hoyt.
Is this statement just right, too much, or not enough?
Where did he have him ranked when it was all said and done?
No, it was just the Padres page.
Just the Padres page.
He ranked the Padres minor leaguers.
Okay.
And so it was all about the Padres.
So did he not give anybody any good rankings? Is that
no, he ranked them from 1 to 20, but he's basically
the players. I got you.
He's basically saying that they're.
I mean, wasn't the Padres just ranked 30th in ESPN's prospect list?
So how much worse could
I don't
Keith
know
Law have?
I think you kind of.
I'm in my feels
because you've already had an experience with Keith. I think you're kind of putting that into this.
Okay,
he's really saying the same exact thing that
I will never forget that text message
that ESPN said that they put out. So that doesn't mean that he's right. I mean, he's more likely going to end up wrong. The high school pitcher thing, upside. I mean, Gore was the last one I could think of. He turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
Who else was a high school pitcher that I'm trying to think. He probably traded some of them for big time prospects or big time guys.
Like, I don't know if Robbie Snelling went to college, but
maybe
some of those guys.
Yeah. So, I mean,
he also got Jackson Merrill out of high school.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know that Keith is completely accurate in his description of
I just feel like
the high risk, high reward type. He may not. Maybe
Chris,
still mad at you.
It wasn't even my fault. I was the guy he unloaded on. Is it just right, too much, or not enough, Chris, this statement about the Padres?
It might sound like it's just enough because they did trade a ton of guys away, but I don't think it's accurate. So I think I get where he's going here, but I mean, if I'm a writer, I'm looking for an angle, so I want to make it sound good. But the Padres, Tony brought this up last time. For some reason, whatever it is, Padres have a bunch of guys people seem to want to trade for all the time. So that to me is more important than a ranking on the list, right? Yeah. I mean, if you're ranked 4th, but nobody wants to trade for you, then you have no value.
Yeah, I mean, like what? So again, the last time you rated these guys was what, August? In between now and then. You're going to have spring training. You have to start to the season. By the time we get to August 4th, which is the deadline, for the Padres, I bet you there will be a whole lot that has changed.
All right.
Number 3.
Tennessee quarterback Joey Aguilar, who has been in search of an additional year of eligibility since the conclusion of last season, has filed a lawsuit against the NCAA. In his complaint, Aguilar seeks a temporary restraining order against the NCAA with the goal of obtaining an injunction that would allow him to play for the Volunteers in 2026. I'm learning more about the courts from these guys than anything. Aguilar is the latest athlete to sue the NCAA over its eligibility rules. He alleges that those rules deprive him of the opportunity to earn NIL compensation. Aguilar played 2 seasons of JUCO football, which he argues should not count against his eligibility clock. Quote, if the court granted Aguilar relief from the NCAA's JUCO rule in the near term, Tennessee has a spot for him on the roster and would welcome him back, the complaint says. His compensation for playing college football in 2026 would be approximately $2 million. So, Chris, we've talked about this many times. In addition to everything else the NCAA needs to figure out, do they need to scrap the eligibility rules and start over?
Yeah, they're not going to. They need to attack the transfer portal. That's the only way they're going to get any control. As far as eligibility, the courts are going to have to help. But having said that, just because somebody gives you an injunction to allow the guy to play doesn't mean the coach has to say, okay, you're playing. It just doesn't. And this is where I have a problem with Nate Oates, and this is where I have a problem with some of these basketball guys. If the
They're
court
in
tells
on
you,
it. They're in on it.
Okay, but you know what I mean? Like if the judge says you can do it, that doesn't mean you have to put the guy in uniform.
Yeah.
So show a little.
Listen,
don't complain
they're
about
not
the
even,
process, but then be the problem.
They're not even going for the injunction if the coach isn't probably already telling them, if you get this injunction,
there you go, right.
you're playing.
Well, that's what the complaint
Tony.
says
Yeah,
is
you're
that
right.
he has been offered a spot on the team and he's going to make $2 million if he can play in 2026.
It's just the coaches are, cannibalizing their own sport by allowing some of this stuff to happen. And all these guys are speaking out against it, and I appreciate it, but what would they do?
Right.
I hope that, like if somebody comes to Izzo and,
Listen,
I don't know, will Izzo give in too? I mean, I don't know.
And if it indeed is like Jay Billis says it is, which is kind of a remake of how people viewed one and dones at the time.
Yeah.
If that is indeed true, there were guys that really stayed away from it. I think Izzo was one of those guys.
Yes.
He ended up having a couple, but
you know who's the most one and done guy ever?
I think
was
it's Calipari. And then Coach K followed right behind him
because he got tired of losing to him.
Exactly. And so, but that's to your point,
right?
What are some of these other coaches who are now saying, "Hey, this isn't cool"?
When Izzo starts losing to an NBA team, is he going to start getting some NBA players at Michigan State?
Right.
Anyway, but they got to do the transfer thing first.
Tony, anything else to add on this? Eligibility rules, do they need to scrap it and start over?
I would love for them to scrap it and start it over, but as Chris said, I don't know that they will.
And it has to go by sport, right? Football eligibility is different than basketball eligibility.
For sure.
All right.
I think it's pretty simple, though. If you've played pro, you should not be able to come back. It's crazy to me.
It doesn't seem to be that difficult of a rule to enforce either.
It really is not that difficult. If you've been a pro, you can't go back and play college.
Yeah, I would agree.
Seems pretty cut and dry.
It's like some kid works his entire career to get into college and he's making some money, and then some guy from the NBA fails and he's like, I want to go play in college again.
I'm gonna go use all this NBA experience I have and apply it to the college level.
Yeah.
Come on.
The Saints will play the Browns on October 25th, 2026 in Paris, France. The first time that there's going to be an NFL game in Paris. I believe it's Stade de France.
Very good.
Is what it's called.
And Roger Goodell says the footprint is growing. I love that word, footprint of the NFL.
I hate his opinion on that. A sellout crowd of 80,000 is expected, and it continues. The NFL that continues its aggressive international expansion. There's going to be games in Australia next year. There have been games in UK, Germany, Spain, Brazil, Canada, and Mexico. They're also going back to Mexico. I believe there's 9 international games scheduled for next year. Some fans do dislike losing home games or the early European kickoffs.
Yeah, for one.
I like the early kickoffs because I am up anyway. I'm happy to watch a game at 6:30 in the morning.
Okay.
The league fans are basically thinking, all right, what's the end game here? What's in it for us? So I'm not going to be negative, Tony.
Some fans.
I'm not going to be negative. Do international games actually create a better sport for us Americans?
In football?
Yes.
I don't see how it makes it a better sport.
Thank you.
I think
puts more money in the owners.
Yeah,
pockets.
I think it allows them to get their foot imprint even deeper.
And to be able to afford to, call Mr. Epstein. Was it 432 times?
That was Steve Tisch.
So yeah, no, it's definitely. I forgot my train of thought.
Yeah, I think you hit on it.
You were talking about how I think you're trying to say is it's stupid.
It is stupid.
Thank you.
I want you to look at it's an NFL note. Look on the left there, Tony. The guy on the left in the trucker's hat and the crazy.
Yeah, that's the Seahawks GM.
I love this guy.
John Schneider.
You don't have to dress to the nines to be the most successful GM in football.
I feel like Chris is
dressing to the nines, though.
Nothing. But you don't have to. I like this guy. He's got jeans, a ratty T-shirt,
and
he looks like coat, and a kind of a. It's not a great looking sports coat, and a trucker's hat. I think he's
got a graphic tee on too. I feel like you would have hated this.
No.
I feel like you've been saying that guys like that need to be dressed up.
Do not have to dress up. I like it.
I like it too because it normalizes what we wear on a daily basis.
Yeah, it looks like you and I could be a GM.
If I put on that jacket, I could look kind of good, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think he looks very good.
The jacket?
I don't think he looks very good.
Does. No, I don't think he pulls it off at all.
No, he doesn't look very good at all. He looks really bad. But he's the best GM in football, so take that.
All right. Let's
I'm
go
good
to the
with
last
that.
one.
Move on.
Number 1.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Move on.
Did you guys like the kickoff rule this year?
I did.
I did too.
I did. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at first, but I like the fact that we get some actual kick returns.
There's more returns.
Yeah.
And we get
and it's
look
not
at
like
Rashid
such
Shaheed taking the kickback against the 49ers.
And it's not such a car crash. Watching them kind of.
Well, they are finding.
What are they finding?
I gotta believe that there's still some.
There's still injuries with the kickoff.
I'm sure.
But basically, Roger Goodell said there's going to be some potential changes to that and punting. But here's what he said. During his Monday press conference, Commissioner Goodell noted that the changes to the kickoff have worked as intended with a reduction in injury rate and an increase to the number of kicks actually returned instead of being down for a touchback. But Goodell noted that more work can be done to make the injury rate on the play even lower.
I say don't worry about the injury rate. I say change quickly the ball being spotted at the 35 or 40-yard line on a lot of these. I can't now with the kickers. One completion, you're now in field goal range. I just think that's absurd. I don't.
Well, that's
care
why you
for
have to kick it in the landing zone because if you kick a touchback, it's on the 35.
Didn't that also have to do with them allowing these kicking balls now? Like it's not.
That's true too.
I heard that it had a lot to do with some of this.
I mean, you get to your own 45-yard line, the kicker's warming up. I don't like that.
So here's what Goodell said about the punts too, so we can talk about them together. One of the ramifications of the kickoff is not only did we have more returns, we had less punts, and there's a relationship between the two. The punt also has an elevated injury rate over a line of scrimmage play, so all of those things using the data to understand the video review to understand what it is we can do to improve safety. Look at different techniques. Are there things we can deal with in the context of rules? So basically, they're going to look to change the punt here in the offseason.
I have something on the punt that's a little more lengthy.
Okay.
So I'm going to save it for the next hour because I think that teams ought to rethink the way they play the punt.
Oh.
I think it should be a complete changeover, and I think everybody should consider this.
All right.
I'm going to throw that in the next hour because we're coming up on the top, and I want to give away the Aztec tickets.
Yes, and we got a frozen yogurt story from Chris, apparently.
Oh, yes, we have a frozen yogurt story. I got two things. Wow.
We never finished this. Do you guys?
Oh, yes. Tony, anything on the kickoff? I'm good. I told you.
Keep it as is?
Yeah, I think leave it as is.
Me too.
I mean, what are you going to do? You can't come up with anything that's going to eradicate injuries unless you just don't play football.
Gator Padres says they need to narrow the uprights, which I know has been talked about.
Well,
or use the college hashes.
That's probably the best.
You can narrow them, but those guys kick it right down the middle almost every time.
They all have distance. If you start narrowing it gets a little tight.
It does.
It gets a little tight.
Yeah, it does. I could see a kicker being like, ugh.
I mean, from
64 and the things like this.
Right.
I know. That'd be tough. You might.
They
think
are
twice.
professional kickers.
I say that's the move. Is you
Yeah.
narrow it.
Well,
you don't do anything else.
I want everybody to have an open mind for my punt idea.
Okay.
Before that, though, San Diego State basketball, quick trivia question. First person correct answer will go see the Aztecs tomorrow night against Wyoming. In their somewhat now illustrious basketball history, Aztecs men's basketball has played 3-0 NCAA tournament games. They have faced UConn 3 times. Unfortunately, did not win any of those. There are 2 other schools that the Aztecs have played twice in the NCAA tournament. 2 other schools that the Aztecs have played twice. All you got to do is name one of them. I'll make it a little easier for you. 833-288-0973. Give me another team the Aztecs have played more than once in an NCAA tournament game, and you'll go see the Aztecs tomorrow night. Am I taking us to break?
I believe so.
Let's go to break. Or is the music ready, or am I jumping the gun? There we go. All right, good luck on the trivia. Good luck getting some Aztec tickets. Punt story, frozen yogurt story, and a happy hour. So, I mean, come on. What else would you – you couldn't ask for anything more, honestly.
Baby, Chrisello. Chrisello's got a lot on his mind for this one. Got a Froyo story. He's got a punt idea that we're going to knock out.
I'm going to change the whole world of the National Football League.
Wow.
I think you guys are going to agree with me once you give me a chance to sell you on it.
All right. Well, I'm open to be sold.
Yeah, I'll see what we can do. Michelle won the tickets. Good job on her.
Yes.
San Diego State has been in 30 NCAA basketball tournament games. They obviously played UConn 3 times. Lost them all, including the championship in 2023. Creighton would have gotten a correct answer for you. They lost to Creighton in overtime in the first round in 2022. Kind of got them back, though, the next year. On the remember the famous call sent Darian Trammell to the free throw line, hit the free throw to put the Aztecs in the Final Four. That was against Creighton. So that was one of the teams they played twice. The other one you had to go all the way back to the very early days, 1975 and 85. Aztecs NCAA tournament opponent those 2 years was UNLV. UNLV won both. So that would have been a correct answer as well. But Michelle got it, Creighton, and so she'll go enjoy the game tomorrow night. Here's the punt thing.
Let's hear the punt thing.
I'm going to throw it out there. I'm going to give you the end of it first, and then I'll backtrack to try to support it. Here it is. I think it's time for teams to get rid of punt returners altogether. Don't put a guy back there ever. Now I'm going to backtrack and explain myself a little bit.
Please.
Okay. Let's first go to what happened to, was it the Broncos game or the other game?
It was the Rams.
Sorry, the Rams game. Thank you.
Where the guy fell backwards and tried to catch it.
Exactly. Why have a guy there at all? When you punt, and in this day and age, anything from, maybe the team's 40-yard line, 50, 40, 30, 20, and, on down. Almost every one of those punts, those guys are good enough now to kick it high up there. It lands at the 10, 8, 9-yard line. Somebody's there. They probably cover it and down the ball if you don't catch it. But why risk catching it? The only thing that's going to happen is bad. You could fumble. If there's no punt returner, they just down the ball at the 7, 8-yard line, which is where these guys catch the ball anyway. So what's the point? Now, you may get an argument if the guy's punting out of his own end zone, probably decent to get your returner back there because you can get a pretty good field position. You don't want the ball rolling all the way down the field. But I think teams should just take punt returners off the field. There's nothing to be gained by that except for the 1 in a million shot that a guy catches the ball on his own 2-yard line and gets a 98-yard punt return. I don't remember the last one of those I've seen.
Okay, what about the 60-yard punt return? What about
right? I just said if the team's kicking out of their own end zone, makes sense to have a punt returner.
So at what point are you saying
I'm
no
saying
more punt
anything?
return?
Okay, anything within 5 or 10 yards of midfield, I wouldn't put a guy back there anymore. I just don't see no reason except something bad.
Just because of the risk of a fumble?
Yeah. Okay, the risk is a fumble, but what's the upside? To me, there's no upside other than the guy catches the ball.
7 points, field position can be changed with a good punt return.
But who returns punts inside their own 10-yard line? 99.9% of the time, it's a fair catch. You catch the ball at the 7. There's a guy standing there hoping you'll drop it.
That's not a new theory, though, because, they used to not field balls within the 10. They'd let it bounce and take
but they
chance.
Always had a guy back there. What's the point? Just get him away.
So specifically with inside the 10, don't put anybody back there. I can get down with that.
Scraby, throw some comments in. I know you're waiting.
I don't quite understand.
I don't know that the risk is
worth the reward of.
Well, ask Sean McVay. That cost him
that was a bad decision on his part.
But my point is that if he wasn't there, the Seahawks would have downed the ball at the 7-yard line anyway.
I just feel like a large majority of punt returners don't do.
They never drop the ball. I know, but they can. And what's the point? Yeah. There's always a guy standing in the guy's face waiting for him to drop the ball.
There is.
And I would say they muff a few here and there when I always think the word muff is funny.
It's a muff.
Yeah. I think that's always kind of funny. But I think it's an unnecessary risk.
Maybe with inside the 10, I could see that.
Okay.
I can.
All right. But you're not gonna do it in midfield.
Right.
That seems silly because then you can kick one of those that rolls 30 yards.
Maybe in certain games I could see it, but sometimes it could be that punt return that is 35 yards that changes enough of the game.
No question, Tony. If you catch it at your 15 and run it out to the 50, that's big.
That's huge.
But I haven't seen anybody do that in about 30 years.
Here I'm looking.
I just haven't seen anyone do that.
I'm looking at punt return statistics from the football database, just to be honest.
All right.
There we go.
What is the average? 7 yards? 8 yards?
Well, the average punt is returned punt. I would say is like 8-9 yards, but Chimere Dike of the Titans, 17.3. He had 2 touchdowns. There are actually 4 guys this year who had 2 punt returns.
What was the longest punt return for a touchdown this year? 60?
It was tied 70? 90.
There was a 90-yard punt return?
It was DK. He actually got I actually got I had him on my fantasy team.
Yeah, so that's your defense.
Yeah, well, if you have the player, you get the points
and you
too.
had the player. Yeah, I picked up DK, and then he proceeded to
he did nothing.
You had this guy on your team.
I had no other choice.
Yeah,
it was like
he had a couple big games at the end of the year. Yeah,
in the beginning of the year, he had some games where you're like, all right, I could see this guy.
I've
being
never even
okay.
heard of this guy.
DK,
but 290 joints, huh?
290. Well,
who else?
The other one was Jalen Lane of the Commanders, and then Parker Washington of the Jaguars had an 87-yarder.
All right,
Rashid Shaheed had a 58-yarder.
Put your guy back there. For the next time your guy fumbles, you'll
I can
think
100% see not putting a guy back there inside the 10.
Yeah, I can see that.
But then, what if you're constantly getting down to the 3-yard line?
I also think there is something. And listen, the
guys
punters
catch the ball at the 3-yard line now.
The punters have been better, as have the kickers. But I do think there's something to putting the pressure on a punter to have to, like, if you give him the whole field to place and not have to worry about the threat of a runner, I imagine that job is a little bit easier at that point. At least sticking somebody out there that you're like, all right, I got to make sure I get it over into this coffin corner or whatever it may be. I just think it provides it a little, even if you tell your guy, hey, don't catch the ball, I still think putting him out there puts a little bit more pressure on the punter.
15 punt return touchdowns this year, which
that's got to be
that's higher than I would have thought.
How many punt fumbles? No, I don't know. It's not worth it.
How many falling down on your back?
Yeah, falling down and coughing up a trip to the Super Bowl. There was one of those.
2024, they had 1, 2, 3, 4. They had 6 returns. So they almost, what did I say?
They
it was
more than doubled it.
Yeah.
Almost 2.5 times. All right.
I like the punt.
I love the punt.
I just think, you know what I think it more
I love the punt, the football. I love all that. I just don't see guys ever returning the ball inside their own 10. So why catch it? Why
again, I don't think it's that used to be something that was coveted. It's felt like in college. We don't really see that in college as much anymore. Like there's no specialty guys that, man, it's like, hey man, don't kick him the ball. We haven't seen those type of guys in a while.
I think they say it almost every time though.
You think they say it almost every time?
A lot. Way too much. Like, look out, don't kick to this guy. Then he runs 1 yard and they tackle him and they go, okay, we're fine. Nobody's Billy White Shoes Johnson. Scraby, look him up.
I've heard of Billy White Shoes Johnson.
Tony?
Of course.
Before your time?
No.
Oh, you're
Billy
in
White
on
Shoes.
that
I mean, if you got a nickname like Billy White Shoes Johnson, you're going to be remembered. Right?
Yes, clearly. If all 3 of us remember him.
Where did you get this theory?
Some guy threw it out there on one of my Twitter, Instagram feeds, and I thought about it, and I agreed with it. So I brought it to the table.
I mean, I could see the punt being way more dangerous than any other play in that game in football.
I think you're just making it easy on punters, not having someone out there.
So I'm sorry, I was doing something else. Did you say where the extra guy is going to go? Is he going to rush the punter?
Why not?
What's he
going to do? Stand on the sidelines? He might as well.
In that case, I'm okay.
You get an extra
with it.
guy.
Yeah, but if you're not putting anybody out there, they're going to send one. They usually send 2 gunners down there.
Yeah.
They're going to take
they
one
still want because they still want to go down there and cover the punt so they can down it inside the 5.
They want to prevent you from blocking it more. So they're going to certainly bring one more defender back or one more guy to
that
block.
Increases the chance then the ball will bounce harmlessly into the end zone and you'll get it on the 20.
Which is why you need to put somebody back there.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards putting someone back there.
Fair enough. When we come back, Scravy's got some Super Bowl prop bets that are always silly. We'll take a look at some of those. And the frozen yogurt thing is really fast. So
we got to do the froyo.
But we got to do some traffic and get you home.
That'll be at the end of the break.
All right. Gwynn and Chris keeps on rolling here. Am I okay, Scraby? I know we keep talking about getting out on time, but we don't talk about being early.
Yeah.
That's true. We
Is
don't
early
talk
good?
about being early.
We're good.
Early's not good. I get you get it.
Can anybody tell that we had a staff meeting today? Tony and I are like really on point today.
Yeah, please keep this energy.
It'll last for like 3 weeks and then it'll disappear.
We have been going out on time. We have been doing everything right.
Let's keep it up.
And now at this point, we have 5 seconds until we need to hit the.
Search for Ben and Woods on Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfus and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over there. So.
What are you thinking to see it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, who not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place. So I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfus and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like him.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over here or something.
What are you thinking to see it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, who not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place, so I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfuss and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good. Team, welcome back, Gwynn and Chris. I think we're having some fun today. It's been a pretty good Monday.
Isn't it
Super
funny?
Bowl week.
This is the first week in a week where there's going to be football. And already it just feels like there's just a little bit more news than there was at all last
need
week.
News now.
Christian McCaffrey is subscribing to the substation theory, apparently.
You know, based on how Christian was raised, I could see him. I could see him going where he went with this substation thing.
His dad.
What was it?
Strange.
No jeans. He could wear no jeans.
Yeah, Ed was a little
wear his legs down.
Ed was a good receiver.
Had to be to bed before like 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a very tough lifestyle.
Yeah. I mean, it's paying off. Don't get me wrong, but
does he go home every night and cry in the corner because?
Right. And I just hope there's no other parents going, well, I'm going to start putting my kid to bed at 7 o'clock and don't allow him to wear jeans because he'll be the next Christian McCaffrey.
That is a great point.
There's no guarantee on any of this. Is tonight the night the NFL awards are handed out or no?
No, I believe
not
it's
yet. Okay.
I don't think it's tonight.
All right, so here's the yogurt thing. You guys let me get in on it. It's not really much of a story as it is just I can't believe this. Lori and I, when you were at the Diamond thing Saturday night, Tony, and I'll be straight up, man, the dinner on the Diamond was, there's some heavy hitters there. I only make a poor man's salary here. I think everybody knows that. And, I should commit more to the baseball program. I should. But, I don't feel like I can afford to match wits with all of you people. So I went to yogurt instead.
You're overthinking this.
I know, but I'm trying to make a connection here.
He's weaving.
I'm weaving to the connection. So I took Lori for yogurt is what we did instead. And that's a nice, relaxing time. And Lori wanted to go to this brand new place. I'm going to give the name of the place. They may not be happy when we're done, but it's called Go Greek Yogurt. Okay. And it's a thing from Los Angeles. They have them all over, and they made their debut in San Diego. at the Del Mar Highlands, which is pretty close to where not totally close to you, Tony, but over by Torrey Pines High School. I could see you.
Is it One Paseo?
No, One Paseo is across the street. Okay. This is Del Mar Highlands.
Wait, that close
same
to me?
corner.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm saying I could see your kids and wife saying, "Hey, Dad, we want to try this new Go Greek yogurt."
Yeah.
All right, I'm here to tell you two things.
Uh-oh.
Number one, the yogurt is to die for.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, was it good? And I've had a lot of frozen yogurt, as you can probably tell by looking at me. I love frozen yogurt. This yogurt was some of the best. The toppings were brilliant, fresh, everything. On our way in, Lori asked the gal coming out, and there was a long line because they just opened on Friday. So they've only been open for 3 days. So Lori asked, and the gal goes, Lori goes, was it worth it? Is it good? And she goes, it's good, but it is expensive. So we think, what, $10 a piece, $11 a piece is expensive for a little half cup of yogurt. And that's what I got, a half a cup. Lori got less. Lori doesn't get much of this. $37.
Oh, my.
For us. I'm just saying, Go Greek, your yogurt is awesome, but I can't believe that.
Wow. Paying for the quality.
Quality? It wasn't Wagga, or what's that stuff called?
Wagyu.
Wagyu, yeah, not Wagga.
Wagga.
It wasn't Wagyu yogurt, Tony. I'm just giving you a warning, Tony. If your kids and wife talk you into taking them there,
be ready.
You better bring the gold card. You're going to be well over $100
kids,
for your family.
We are in that area often, but my kids love Handles. We end up over there.
We go there. It's in the same.
It's in the same kind
around
of
the
vicinity.
corner.
Yeah, so,
I like Handles too.
Yeah,
but they may get wind of this and say, "Hey, we got to try it." Just telling you, giving you a heads up.
I'll be ready to be like, nah,
what do you
let's
think
go to
here?
Handles.
Come on, you're
of
more
course, I think this
reasonable
is
than me.
Ridiculously overpriced.
$37 for two?
In this situation, I get your level of yogurt. Can I refuse to pay that at the register?
Yeah, I don't know.
Can I be like, hey, I didn't realize this is going to be $20?
That's a fair question.
Don't be that guy.
I will probably pay it, but I'll be like, hey, you need some signs that tell me.
They have the signs, but what they have is like, $1.35 per ounce.
So they're making it not seem that expensive when it actually is very expensive. It doesn't
seem like it's going to add up that much. You know how you pour it in there, you put a couple toppings on, ding, 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 and you're like, whoa.
Man, I'm taking out a mortgage.
You gotta get a feel for what the ounces feel like, man. You can't be loading it up.
Tony, I know you. I see what you eat. You wouldn't be out of there for any less than $37, my friend. No chance.
With his family, if you had two, that's over
$100 for sure.
My family has never eaten for $37 anywhere. So
right, but I'm just saying, you'd be $100 for yogurt,
for sure.
a yogurt run.
That is the norm.
That's heavy.
I think that it's really expensive, but I think that's kind of what yogurt places are these days.
I don't think that much.
I think Handles is a very reasonable price.
They're more ice cream, though. Yes,
which is my.
Whatever happened to Cold Stone, by the way?
I don't know. It fell off.
There might be a few of those.
They're still out there.
They're heavy, though. You go to Cold Stone, you may have a rock in your stomach for like a week. I mean, it tastes okay, but it's a heavy.
My brother, you know how if you tipped, they had to like dance for you or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
so my brother worked at a Cold Stone. Phil Mickelson came in one time and gave him $100 tip.
Oh well,
made them all dance.
Get to dancing.
Oh, that is crazy. What did your wife Lori say?
What flavors did you get? What kind of yogurt did you get?
They had some really good flavors too. They had berry. They had something called rose that was just a variation on a berry, I guess. And some honey flavor. It was really good. I'm telling you, each bite was better than the one before it. So I want to be fair on that.
Not for $18.50.
Well, we enjoyed every bite, and we agreed. That's the last bites we're getting. There's no way we're going back for that.
Where are you guys on, like, trying things? Because I've seen people do the spoon. They try every flavor. And
yeah. Listen.
Yeah.
I have been guilty of that.
Yeah.
I go to Handles often, and yesterday I tried. I think it was blueberry cobbler.
They got some good ones at Handles.
I like landing on one and being like, oh, the next time I come, I'm getting that one.
Oh.
I'm also pretty sure as I was checking out, and I'd have to confirm this in my mind, I think the girl back at the thing said, by the way, it's our opening weekend, so we're giving 15% off. So I could have even been well over 40 had we.
I'm sorry.
You enjoy your yogurt out there, whatever makes it work for you. I can tell you it was really good.
I'm not paying it if I get to the thing and it's $20. Not paying it.
That would be interesting.
You gotta know
to
that
see,
before you fill your cup.
That would be
up,
interesting dynamic if Scraby came up there with the full cup and some toppings, because you'd put toppings,
and they're like $38.99.
Could you not tell them you're Scraby though?
And you'd be like,
make up a different name.
I ain't
please.
paying that. What? I guess they just take it back and dump it in the back.
Yeah.
Here's what would happen. Here's what would happen. I would pay it, but then under my breath, I'd be like, wow, I didn't realize this place was so expensive. As I'm typing in things like, man, I'm never coming here again. It's way too expensive.
You would be that guy. You would be that guy.
Which I shouldn't do, because the person behind the counter is not the person who set the pricing.
No.
Yes.
It's not.
The young gal, they were just the nicest young ladies back there.
And I do remember that when I'm in public, I'm like, this person who's just clearly working here did not make the pricing, so I should not be mad at that.
I don't think you.
I will say this, Tony. There were a lot of kids from it was in the Torrey Pines High area, so I'm thinking a lot of high school age kids were there. And Lori said, "How do they afford this?" And I said, "Well, I think in the age of the card now, you just don't know how much money it is anymore, right? You just hand the card and you get it back.
Yeah, no, that's
if you had to pull $40 of lettuce out." You'd be like, "Whoa, that was a lot."
That charge.
Put the lettuce
that's why
out.
the charge can get you, man.
The charge gets you. You
it's
just
out
give
of
them
sight,
the thing.
out of mind.
Right.
It's just beep.
I actually,
you know what it's also like? We have an electric car, we have a gas car. One of the kids drives electric, one drives the gas. The kid that drives electric, no concept.
Wow.
No, none. Like
of what? Like
of you
filling up or the cost?
Just picking up and going, right? Because when they plug that thing in, the next thing you know, the electricity cars.
Right.
The other daughter.
The other daughter's like,
she got to ask for money to get gas.
Yeah, who's driving? Not me.
It's a whole different. It's a whole different ball game, man. Whole different ball
it's
game.
Funny when there starts to be a bill attached to what you're doing.
Yes.
All right.
It's a quick check.
Enjoy your yogurt. I just hope that maybe they'll come to their senses and go, "Hey,
so they're in one of the richest places in San Diego."
That's what I was going to say. It's like there's a reason they put it in that area.
Yeah, because $37 for some people.
I'm really
like
sorry to say
$10.
the fine folks, down in Bonita may not get a Go Greek yogurt because of the pricing. Come on, take care of everybody here.
Maybe not.
Sorry to Go Greek yogurt.
I didn't mean to take a shot at Bonita either, because I like Bonita.
I'm changing on you guys. I'm changing the plan.
What you got?
Because we were supposed to do prop bets here.
Oh yeah.
Can we do prop bets before we listen to Jake Cronenworth from
Let's get
Padres
up out of
Fan
here and
Fest?
go to break and do that.
Okay.
It's all coming up.
Hey, it's Ben and Woods. We love
last seg of Happy Hour. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Scraby. Daryl Estes of Palma Valley. You're on the clock, my friend. Give us a call within the next 10 minutes at 833-288-0973, and you'll qualify for our grand prize. 20 tickets for you and your friend for a night in our Odyssey suite at a Padres game with all of the fans, staff later this season. Catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Remember to register your name at 973thefan.sd.com/biggest fan. Daryl Estes of Palma Valley, you're on the clock. 5:35 on the clock. We have some prop bets from Scrape. We've got a conversation with Jay Cronenworth that took place on Saturday, and
I can't bet any of the prop bets. I'm out of money after the yogurt night.
Yeah, yogurt broke you down, man.
Yogurt did break it down.
Yeah.
We'll do traffic before Jay Cronenworth. So let's get into the betting right now because there are so many good bets out there. And we're going to start with the ones that are the most important, guys.
Heads.
Opening coin toss outcome.
Yeah.
Chris,
is that the first
heads.
one?
That is.
I'll go heads this year.
I don't know either.
Do they at least pay 50-50 on that one?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. It's minus 103 for both.
Okay.
So, Tony, you're going to go heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails
minus
never
103
fails.
for both?
Baby.
Which it always fails.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if tails fails here. I got a coin. I'm going to flip it in the air.
Oh, you're doing the coin.
Never fails, baby. Tails.
Heads.
Don't
All right.
they say that the head side is slightly heavier?
Yes.
Just by like a fraction of something?
I have read that before.
Which gets it more likely to actually be tails.
I have read that before.
Okay.
Have you read that before?
I have read that before. All guests on 97.3 The Fan join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future with charged with crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Next one. The color of the first Gatorade poured on the winning head coach.
Never
was
been
it last year?
interested in
Do we
this
remember?
one.
Was it red?
I'll look. The leader is
I
blue.
think it was green last year was my
It was green.
recollection.
I think you were
Green,
right.
but it was the Eagles. That's I'm not into that one.
Why?
I don't think they should really take bets on that.
Going purple.
You're going to go purple.
The reason
What's
I
the
say
odds
I
on
don't
purple?
think they should take bets on
Plus
that
800.
because somebody somewhere knows what color Gatorade is going to be on the sidelines.
You have brought this up, and it is a very good
so it's
point.
a little tricky to me.
But I
here.
think you have to, in that regard, you have to be a very upstanding gentleman and
and,
lady.
and as we've discovered over
There's
the
so many
gambling,
of
that
us out
everybody's
there.
that way. I mean, all you have to do is be the guy that knows the equipment guy that's putting the Gatorade together. Anyway,
we got color. The colors in this, they're blues. I'm gonna go green, lime green.
Going back
lime,
to back.
lime green is the more. That's the standby Gatorade color.
What do
Who
you
started that, by the way? Anyone? Quick trivia.
I have no idea.
Harry Carson, Giants against Bill Parcells, '86 Super Bowl.
I'm sure Parcells was not happy.
Wasn't, but that's what they. That became the Giants.
I can see Bill being
so mad.
He was a
I'm
big
not gonna lie.
target.
I remember my mom being so afraid for what's the head coach for Buffalo?
Marv Levy. He was 90 years old.
It'd be
and it
like
was- yeah.
2 degrees, and
in Buffalo, they're dumping it on cold Marv. You know, it's funny. I think Marv's still alive.
He is.
Like
He
right
is.
now.
I mean,
He's over
I was
100.
always worried about Marv as they dumped him.
Yeah, that was. I remember that. He was very frail.
Yeah,
very frail.
Yeah.
Chris, you're gonna no wager on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna no wager because I think it's fixed.
All right, the next one, jersey number of first touchdown score over 10.5, so 10 and below, minus 160. Over 10.5, 11 and up, minus 160. Under 10.5, 10 and down, plus 120. Here are the guys.
Ooh, it could be up or down
Smith
for
and
Seattle.
Jigba, 11.
Jig was 11.
He's 11.
Running back
Walker's
is like 6. Yeah.
5. What's Walker? He's under.
Walker's 9.
9. Yeah.
Cooper Kupp is 10.
So 10 and under, 11 and over for Seattle. What about the other team?
The other team, you got some defenders like Christian Gonzalez could pick six it.
I'm gonna go over.
Stephon Diggs
going
there.
over. I'm going JSN
pick
or
six is in the
Stevenson.
cards here for
It is.
I'm gonna go Stevenson,
Booty
New England. He's
for
like
Dalton,
30
or
something.
not Dalton. What's Seattle's quarterback's name again?
Hey,
Darnold.
Darnold. Yeah.
Darnold.
So you guys are going to go.
Leave Andy Dalton out of this. I'm going to go over.
I'm going to go under and say Kenneth Walker scores the first touchdown.
All right.
At
Got a
number
win
9.
for you.
Total. I like this one. Total players to have a pass attempt over or under 2.5. So meaning both quarterbacks, and then does someone try to throw a trick play?
I'm gonna say under.
Or does somebody get hurt in the third quarterback?
That's also very true. That's a great point.
Wow, yeah.
Jawan Jennings was a passer.
He was.
You would have won on this in the 72 Super Bowl when Garo Yepremian famously tried to flip the ball forward after his field goal was blocked. You see, you get no reaction from you guys because it's too long ago. Somebody out there was like, "Oh yeah," I'm gonna say over. There's a trick play in there somewhere. Somebody throws a ball.
I think it's a flea flicker. They're gonna give it back to the quarterback.
Darnold's not long for the game. He's out. Who's the Seattle backup anyway?
Drake, long for the game.
Drew Lock. Drew Lock.
The Seahawks guys may get Drake May. They're pretty tough.
I'm gonna go with Tony. I don't see anybody throwing the ball on each team.
Okay.
Total interceptions thrown on a play starting in the red zone. So do they throw a red zone interception? Chris, yes or no?
Darnold would not let me down. Yes. They'll screw up at least one scoring opportunity somewhere.
Tony, red zone interception?
No red zone, but he'll have one. But I think he's going to do a good job.
Yeah, I think he's going to be really. I'm going to say under.
I can see it now. The Seahawks are leading like 10-7, and they're about to go 17-7, and he just mucks it up.
Will there be an octopus? No is minus 4,000. Yes is plus 1,400, meaning you score the touchdown and you score the 2-point conversion.
I got to give whoever came up with that term credit. That's a really
I don't know
good
who it is, but the first time I heard it was Scott Hansen on Red
I don't
Zone.
think he made it up.
No, I don't think he did. I'm going to say there is no octopus.
There's very few of them. Like I've only seen 1 or 2 per season, so I'm going to say no.
Tony, going with no?
It's too long of a shot.
Tony just hit on this one. Will there be a flea flicker attempted?
Yes.
Well, wait a second. That's the same bet.
No, because a flea flicker comes from the quarterback.
Yeah, still
flea
going back
flicker
to
can also come from the wide receiver. You can throw it out to him, and he can throw it down the field. That's a flea flicker.
No, I would say a flea flicker in this case, in our definition, is a running back throwing it back, or
flea flicker.
The quarterback ending up
I don't know
throwing
if you can
it.
throw it to the wide receiver behind, and that'd be
flea flicker is an unorthodox or trick play. Can be an halfback option, but it can be. There's a lot of things it can be. Flea flicker. I'm saying yes.
You didn't give us the rest of that definition.
I know because I ran out of. They ran out of explanations.
Tony
here.
says yes. I say no.
There's a throwback flea flicker. There's a lot of flea flickers. A lot of variations. I'm telling you.
All right. Does a quarterback catch a pass in the game?
No.
I say no as well.
Okay.
All right. That's it for those bets today. We'll try to do some more throughout the week. But
fun. I think one should be, does a stupid punt return guy fumble inside his own 10? Try that one. You got to be odds on it somewhere.
That got me.
Careful.
His punt return thing again.
He's on that today.
I'm really on that.
He's on that.
I'm trying to sell
the
that.
Twitterverse has convinced him.
Yes.
That
I'm
this
trying
should be
to
going.
sell no punt returners. Get a new position.
I say you just make it 10 men on the field and remove the punt returner at all times. All right, we got Jake Cronenworth, guys, and we got some traffic.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Ross.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Looking pretty good on our roads at this time. That crash has cleared on northbound 15 near Miramar Road, so we are seeing an improvement in speeds there. Heads up, San Diego, the next long weekend is coming up. Get road ready now. Valvoline Instant Oil Change gets you in and out fast. No appointment needed. Real pros check lights, fluids, and tires with any oil change. Locations and coupons at SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
So let Jake get his headset on. Jake, how are you, my man?
Doing great. Yourself?
I'm doing well, man. Fan Fest, full effect.
Oh, yeah.
What time's your day start today?
Around noon.
Okay. Oh, you got a late start today.
Yeah.
That's what being a vet now allows for. You get to come in at noon. How's the offseason? Are you going to get back on the field again?
Yeah, it's been really, really good. Working with the new coaching staff and everybody has been awesome. Made some really, really good progress on all sides of the ball and just ready to get going. Now,
Typically, you make your way back to the Midwest, spend some time there. Now, I think you spent a little more time out this year.
Yeah, a couple weeks, and no, it was great. I got to spend some time out here when we first hired the new staff and get around them and get familiar and kind of get things rolling early on in the offseason, which is awesome.
Before we get into the baseball stuff, I mean, you've had to experience probably one of the craziest winters in terms of weather.
Yeah.
True way. And nice to come out and thaw out a little bit.
Yeah, this is perfect. It couldn't be any nicer right now. But I don't expect anything less coming out here. So
that's true. That's true. Okay, so you mentioned the new staff. This isn't the first time you've gone through the experience of a new staff. What's different? What's the same? How is it all? How has the transition kind of gone?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is the familiarity with Craig in the clubhouse. You know, obviously there's a few of us who played with him for quite a bit of time, and there's guys that have been around in the last few years as well in the role he was in and being around the clubhouse and on the road with us a few trips during the season. But, you know, it's been really, really good. I think you can ask any guy. There's nobody that anybody wants to play for more than him.
Yeah. Live from Padres Fan Fest 2026, we're talking to Jake Cronenworth, and I'm curious about your offseason routine. When you get done with the season, how do you analyze your previous year, and how do you go about knowing what to tackle in the offseason to get better?
Yeah, you know, obviously every year, you know, is going to end differently, and you know, you hope it's at the end of November, but only one team can do that. So, you know, it ended so abruptly this year that you know, it takes a while to get over it. We're all super passionate about, you know, this team and this city, and when it doesn't go your way, it hurts a lot. But you sit at home and reflect and try to get away for a little bit. But shoot, most of the time you just get bored and you get back in the gym and you start working out. I'm sure Tony can attest to that.
Do you watch baseball at all, or did you watch the World Series?
I do not watch any baseball after we're done playing.
Okay,
so.
I figured.
Yeah.
Full reset. You know, you've been in the league long enough now to have played with guys, watched them retire, watched them move into maybe a front office role. And I'm sure you see kind of the change as that happens. For you, you've had an experience of having a brand new manager that you had no experience with. You've had a manager that you've been able to kind of build with. Now you get a guy that, although he hasn't been your manager, he's been around. Is there a difference in those different phases or the different types of managers that you've had a chance to play for?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's unique in their own right. They all have good things. They all have flaws, just as we do as players. But, you know, I enjoy playing for each manager because it is a unique experience. Yeah. I wish it wasn't like that and we had the same manager for the last 6 years, but, you know, the reality of the business is we didn't.
Yeah.
Talking to Jake Cronenworth here on 97.3 The Fan. And this year, have you had any discussions about where you'll be playing, mostly second base? Have you had any of those discussions with the team to kind of get your mind right for the season?
I'm sure we'll have some more conversations here in the next few weeks once we get to Arizona. But I've prepared in that realm, in the defensive side, you know, pretty much the same through my career. You know, I know that, you know, I'll be playing some second, potentially some first base, maybe some shortstop. You know, wherever they need me that day, as you guys know, I'll be ready.
Typical Jake Cronenworth answer there. Jake
Best
Cronenworth.
ability is availability.
Jake Cronenworth joins us here. And Jake, you guys have reached the postseason in back-to-back seasons 4 of the last 6 years. Each of those have ended in different ways. It takes a lot out of you in those games. You mentioned how abruptly the season ended last year because it just didn't feel like it was going to end on that day. I don't know about you, how you guys felt about it, but it didn't feel like that. Is there a difference in how those stings last? I mean, you get all the way to the NLCS in 22, you come up short. You have the Dodgers on the ropes in 20, was it 23, 24. Kind of lose that one, and then it ends so abruptly. The feeling's the same. Is the sting the same in all of those?
Good question.
Yes and no. I think, the 22 one was different because, I think as a group, it was a very new group,
Right.
first year Bob, and we exceeded everything, all expectations that we had as a group. And it was a great year, and it just didn't work out for us.
Yeah.
I felt like we played great in that series, and, they just ended up playing a little bit better and got the big hit when they needed it. The last 2 years have definitely stung a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think this group has been together for a longer period of time, and to have it end so abruptly as we're talking about, it definitely hurts a lot more.
Let you get out on this one. What are you looking forward to most as you head into 2026?
Yeah. A little older, a little wiser, I hope. No, but I've come to find who I am as a player, and there's always something you can learn and get better at every single offseason. And I felt like this year I've probably done the best I ever have in my career. And I know I've probably said that last year and the year before, but I think that's the goal as a player. You want to be saying that as spring training's approaching,
right? And
to confidently say that, I take tremendous pride in what I do, and I play my butt off. And I think that's, what I'm really excited for.
I think that's what everybody knows you for too, my man. You play your butt off. You show up every day. I think folks here can count on you when you're in the lineup, man.
I appreciate that.
Good to see you. Jay Cronenworth there as always.
He posts.
He does indeed post. Happy Hour is brought to you by GL Pools, the company trusted by thousands of San Diegans to keep their pools sparkling, swim ready, and expertly maintained. Call GL Pools on Say Radio for a free month of service. Real quick, caught this clip on Foul Territory. AJ Przinsky kind of going in on the double standards of analytics.
About you're saying you didn't drive guys in, but what's the thing they always say? RBIs don't matter because it's a matter of where you are in the lineup, right? They come up with excuses on why certain things matter depending on who you are and how they like you and what you're thinking about. RBIs matter except for when they don't. Batting average matters except for with this guy.
And analytics feels like they're adverse, they're subjective. The whole reason for analytics was, we don't have our feelings in this at all. No, you 100% have your feelings in it. The league doesn't want Eugenio Suarez. Why? Because he strikes out too much. He was 5th in baseball in homers. He had 49 home runs. Most years that leads the league. But, he strikes out too much. His defense isn't good enough. Well, that brings the money down. How about we talk about how good a player is? And what if he just hits one home run this year? What if Luis Arraez gets one RBI this year and that RBI pushes the Giants to the playoffs? Then all 12 million, 15 million, 2 years, 24 million, it all matters. It's all manipulated to make somebody look worse than what they really are. And ultimately, the name of the game is winning as many baseball games as possible.
And it's an interesting conversation.
Can you send me that so I can send that to all of the people who hate Luis Arraez out there?
They're talking about him. That's why.
I'm just saying. Luis Arraez and it's Eugenio Suarez, right?
He's bringing up something that I brought up a lot in my Arraez arguments. You guys don't like Arraez out there, or didn't like him last year especially, because analytics told you not to like him.
Right.
And that's what AJ's saying right there. It's just the analytics are just what they are, but I see the guy, you see the guy.
It's the same thing.
I didn't hate him as much as you all did.
No, it's the same thing with Suarez, right? I mean, this dude almost had 50 homers and was a big reason why the Mariners went as far as they did. And you mean to tell me only one team, 1 year's 15 mil is all you get?
We never even talked about, that's crazy.
That's crazy. He went from a guy that was, yes, he punches out loud. They've always known that. But he's never had he's clearly made a change because the production the last couple of years.
I don't remember him ever being a 49 guy like this.
Man. And 1 year, 15 mil. Give me a. I'm actually really happy for the Reds, right? I mean, they were a team that got into the postseason last year, and now you went out and actually were able to add a dude for 1 year, 15 million to your team.
How much does Fernando?
That's been there before.
How much does Fernando get a year? About 23, 4?
Yeah, something like that.
Arraez got 12. Fernando had 71 RBIs last year. Arraez had 61. But analytics tell you that it doesn't matter because they're RBIs.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Stakes, as I've heard.
I like that, AJ.
Ribeyes.
Thank you, AJ Przinsky.
I remember when Manny, I was like, steaks, man. He's like, yeah, man, steaks, RBIs. I was like, okay, sorry, Manny.
Chronicles next?
Yes.
More Chronicles coming up. See where Scraby takes this one. Have a good night.